Fan mail time. There we go. How are you boys? Any exciting stories to tell?
Oh, yeah, James, you got any exciting stories? God damn it.
Sit down and let's talk about the story of LLCs in Texas.
You know why we're late, everyone? He's been talking about this gosh dang LLC for 800 minutes.
I have a lot of exciting stories, gosh. But I told at least one of them to Morgan during our last recording about my worst show ever in San Diego. But I don't know. I don't have any stories that should keep us from getting to the fan mail.
James, you are really zoomed in on the thing. If you,
oh no,
don't know if he zoomed in as much as he is just physically close to his camera.
Did he move in and move in at the last second?
I mean, the setup looks tight based on his distance from the blue screen.
I'm at the same spot I'm always at. Oh no, I gotta look.
Well,
at it now.
You're always quite close to your green screen, to your blue screen. I don't know how it changes color. It's quite impressive, really. It's like a chameleon screen, but.
On my video, it looks like it's normal, so maybe it's in OBS. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't look at the screen from there. Let me go get my phone.
I will
use your dual screens.
I guess I could try.
Oh yes, it's me. I think I'm the problem. I will uncrop James as best as I can. See, when James's cropping changes,
it's raining like crazy.
Well, I mean, I've cropped it to be correct, and then obviously he changes his setup, and therefore
I
have to redo all the cropping. There we go.
Yeah, he said I'm where I always am.
Yeah,
when you're obviously in a different place, the green screen is a blue screen that's set up differently.
I'm where I always am, the multiverse. You know.
Gosh dang it!
I think James looks perfect now. Nailed it.
And I've been looking perfect.
Nailed it. Oh, you always look perfect. Always look perfect. Great. Do we have any announcements?
I mean, do we talk about the slap or not? Oh my god.
About the what?
The butt slaps? Or is that what you're talking about?
Oh, you mean the HR case?
Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Oh! I thought that because I read a little tiny blurb article type thing. Like I read the headline. And I did not realize
I read a very tiny article. Just the headline of an article. I guess that is a kind of a little gosh dang it.
I had thought by reading that little tiny article, the headline.
That's not it's a headline. It's not the headline is just like one sentence to the article. It's not its own
so
article.
that little article did not I thought they were talking like, in hyperbole.
Zach, where did you go? Jump back in here.
I think his internet is being weird.
Gotcha.
He said, he can get messages, but websites don't load. I'm not sure how that works.
Call his IT guy.
I know.
Give me a ring, Zach.
Needs better
VPN me in.
What was it? There was something that James. There's something that you helped me with. I forget what it was. I've literally had to use you as an IT guy before. It was humbling.
Mm-hmm. It was probably to install the mod for Resident Evil.
Maybe, yeah, very helpful.
And it might have been. I guess I didn't help you with it, but I helped Danny with Voice Meter Banana. Do you still use it, or did you uninstall it after working with me for a while?
I still use it, and it was great. That was the one piece of technical advice that I got from James.
He's the only one that can use it. Well, I mean, you now as well, but through his tutelage.
I'm used to it now. But
it's dark magic.
It is dark magic. It's good though.
It feels like
it solved all of my problems.
Speaking of dark magic, I've been watching the reboot of Charmed CW show. Sick.
It's good. Is it the same actresses?
No, it's a reboot.
Oh, it's a reboot.
Yeah.
I only saw like
CW
maybe
shows.
5 or 6 episodes of that, but I loved that show.
Oh yeah,
but I only watched.
You can watch the old ones, I think, on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, new season of Legends. Yeah, it's a good time for the CW right now. What about video gaming news?
video
Ooh, I
game.
have an
No.
announcement. I got an Xbox
Yes.
Series S. Very
Oh, you
excited
did?
about it. Yeah. hmm
We can share a picture.
Mm.
How are you finding it? Are you enjoying it? Is it good?
Yeah, it's great. It allows me to play games in bed. And that's it. And on my 4K TV. So yeah, all good.
That's living the dream, folks. That's living the dream.
All good in the hood.
Have you used it to do any streams yet?
I haven't. I talked a little bit about it on the stream this morning, kind of test the waters. I have been, playing separate Elden Ring playthroughs to search stuff or try different builds. I have a build that's like a practice build for James so that I can give him good advice, all that stuff.
It's really
Well,
kind of you. Thank you, Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a little poison arcane boy who also cosplays as that that knight with the it's not a spear, but it looks like a spear in the first Gatefront ruins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, he looks like that guy. I have all his gear.
The GameFront ruins.
Pill says you should stream from your new Xbox so that enemies load properly.
I'm having crazy load issues. I'm gonna optimize it. I don't know why it's doing that. I should be having no trouble. But yeah, I just have enemies that just don't load.
So wait, what do you
cross-save?
mean? So that you don't have bad guys fighting you in the PC version?
No, they're there. I just can't see them.
That's very fair. Dark
You're
Souls,
always like, oh my
times-
god, can I parsec into your computer when I play?
No, they're
Never mind.
You're just getting attacked by invisible rats. It's a
That sounds
nightmare.
awful. That sounds like
It's terrible.
That sounds broken, frankly.
Yeah, my horse just disappears all the time. Like I'm just riding around on nothing, and my legs are all bowed out.
You have it on an SSD,
I think so.
so no. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I just don't know where I loaded it. I have because I have both.
Can you move your save game from PC to Xbox? Don't know if you can do that.
No,
You might be able to use the Xbox hard drive as a dual drive for Windows.
Get that out of
Jesus Christ!
here. This is why it's so humbling to get IT advice
Tech
from
advice
James
from
because
James,
you
yeah.
just hear stuff
know
like
you've
that.
done
You're like,
goofs if
holy
yeah.
moly!
It's not good if James is giving you sage advice on that front. Speaking of James, just to address the elephant in the room, because people are asking, we weren't expecting you to be here, so why are you here?
I had an audition, so I had to race back to LA, and I've got just so much work here going on. In this week, I thought I don't really start filming for 2 more weeks for this movie that I'm working on, but they want me to come in for something called a chemistry test because they've got 2 people for one character that they've auditioned. I've been on the other side of a chemistry test where I don't have good chemistry with somebody, so I don't book the work. So I feel really good about it. But yeah, I got to take a chemistry test this week with like an on-screen thing with one
What kind
of the characters.
What kind of stuff are you studying? Periodic tables, like
I know I was going to say
general-
he walks into this chemistry test.
Periodically, I'm
It
periodically.
turns out he's playing a scientist, and they're like, "So what happens if you combine magnesium and helium?
Mm-hmm.
How do you like this Bunsen burner?" Anyway, cool. So the videos have been sort of pre-recorded. So I think every series is more or less ahead of what people saw, if that makes sense. So the comments have limited value, but we're going to read them anyway because it's fun.
Yeah, and it really. Some of it's advice that goes on not just to the game, to all games. Some of it's to life advice. I think it's worth going through.
Yes. There is always a lesson to learn. Anyway, without further ado, I'll roll the intro. Please don't speak for the next 16 seconds. Thank you. Anyway, we'll start with Elden Ring, episode number 15.
And we're sure that's where we're supposed to start because that seems like such a big number.
Oh, that's right.
You've been doing a lot of Elden Rings.
There should
Yes,
be
that's
there's
correct.
2 Elden Rings in this one, right?
There is another Elden Ring, which will be at the end. We bookended it with Elden Rings.
Oh, cool. That makes sense. I thought that was one too many. Okay, yeah. I got one more on my computer that I can put out. I just haven't gotten a chance to seal the deal on it.
Let's take that offline.
Well, and
Anyway.
we talked about it. That's what Danny was saying, that all the series are ahead. So we have booked up.
Is this the end? Is this the? Oh, this is.
How do we take a chemistry test?
How do we take? Yeah, I don't know. We need one.
Don't worry about it. We got great chemistry. This is working.
Yeah, we just weren't expecting to do this today. Anyway, David H, I'll start. David H, you can drop prism stones down to lower levels to see if you will survive the fall. If the stone breaks, then you do too. If it doesn't break, then you are safe. That's a really amazing tip.
It's a good tip, and James actually remembered that tip, so that's good.
I used that tip. Yeah.
I'm guessing they don't exist in Dark Souls. They're just Elden Ring things.
No, they exist, but I don't know that they do the same functionality. I don't know about that mechanic,
no.
If that might be new. I feel like I would have known if you could use that before.
Yeah, for sure. David H, great progress, James. This is the area you should be in. So after 15 videos, James finally goes to the right area.
Has he gone south? Has he finally gone south?
Amazing Jays, love the episode description this time. I don't remember what I described it as, but I have been trying to put some little things in that might be helpful. Let's see what the
we're in Limgrave.
I probably didn't do anything. Maybe it's just a bunch of typos and misspellings.
I'll read it in the style of the guy who's
he's done it again, folks. However, please note that in 4918 you mistakenly identified a drop in game audio as a death screen and incorrectly gave yourself a death when you in fact won the boss fight.
Oh my god!
This is true. He did do that.
I'll fix that in 3 videos.
That does look good. That's
the thing is, there was a death that you didn't
quality
count.
Control.
Oh, and
there was a death that you didn't count in a video before. So really, it's
that's the thing. Is it made me travel back right at the end?
No,
so when I saw it, I thought it was a death.
But
it doesn't give you many souls.
When you saw it in the audio, when you heard it, when you visualized the sound. Because I guess it counts for the death that happened where the intro was played instead of being counted. El Scorcho, when he mentioned his technique for finding deaths in videos, I figured he was double checking to make sure they actually they were actually deaths. And no, he's not doing that. That's not.
I usually am.
Well, why does it keep happening?
It doesn't keep happening. I mean, we're at 160 deaths, and it's
every couple of videos.
I would say that it's all balanced out in the end because he missed one.
I think on a couple of videos out of 15, I made a mistake.
He's included one where he shouldn't have done this week. So the count is right. It's the universe is found balance.
There it is. And at any point in time, if you want to start editing all the Elden Ring and making sure that every one of the deaths gets counted, you're welcome.
Sure.
But I do expect individual artwork for different numbers to be rotated periodically.
No,
you see,
keep it fresh.
But then you got to start teaching my notary classes and then working the office full time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can't do notary, so I'm sure I can teach it. Because that's what they say.
Holy moly.
I tried to do your...
on to the next.
On to the next. Unless we... Yep.
Can you guys hear me? I don't even know if that works.
We're lost.
Hello?
Danny's fingers
you gotta scroll
going mysterious places. What's happening?
You can't hear me, can you?
He's
scrolling.
I don't think he's on this. I don't think he's. I think he.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I think you couldn't hear me for a second.
Well, we definitely couldn't.
No.
Okay, I was going to ask you a question. I started doing your technique for finding deaths in videos. Although I did go. It works quite well actually, but so I edited my those Dark Souls 2s very quickly. But I did double check they were deaths before I published them. I'm just curious to know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That was.
Well, here's the thing: is Elden Ring is the first of Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. It's the first one that has a map, and when you go to the map, it also has a sound gap. It turns off the sound. So all of the other ones, I could be pretty consistently there wasn't many gaps in sound.
No, what about when you fast travel from the bonfire?
Yes, there is that. But the nice thing is when you fast travel from a bonfire, the last thing you see in the bonfire is you sitting down. So you'll see yourself sitting at a bonfire. Because the last thing I saw on that boss fight was me fighting a boss, and I saw that there was a
Okay, so
quick
yeah, and
so
you had so much faith in your skills, you just assumed you died.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you like me
what
to,
it is that I just have to check a lot more because every time I look at the map, there's another gap of sound. So I have to look at every single gap now. Where it used to just be either a death or me traveling at a bonfire. Now it's either a death, me traveling at a bonfire, or me checking.
Would you like me to read your excellent description for the video?
Yes.
I couldn't remember.
Yes.
I was going to. So this is how it went. It went, James, stop writing descriptions after the third video. But you know what it is? It's more of that sweet, sweet elder. Okay, so I wrote that just because you didn't write a description. There we go.
Oh.
James was trying to take credit for it because it was positive.
It was literally just a description saying that James hadn't written a description. So here's the description. I couldn't think of a good description. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, my goodness. Amazing Jays, I think the remaining location to still explore in Aguila Lake is the cave that James hasn't even discovered on his map yet. It's got a lot of lower level smithing stones, so perfect for leveling up that lightning pike, for example, or any other new weapon you want to try. If he hugs the inside perimeter of the lake, it will show you it will show up on the map. It's just to the right as you'd enter the lake from the northwest ramp entrance. You like how he just like casually mentioned you could try a new weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Brad Hahn, in the ruins themselves, there's another treasure chest. It's hidden inside a room with no doors. You have to jump over the wall to reach it. Scott E., how is this comment 3 days old, but the video is 8 hours old? I'm so confused. Lol. Amazing J's Patreon early access. That's the kind of sweet advertising, natural, organic advertising that we like to see for our Patreon, which everyone should and can join at any time that they feel like they want to.
Which we don't do at the start of our videos,
I'm going to
which
take
would
a
have
very
caused...
quick step aside. I'm going to grab my pen so that I can take a note of that lightning pike comment because I want to do that. And now that I'm home, I have that paper with me. So I'll be right back.
I think it's
James
nice
turning a
that
new
he
leaf.
uses, yeah, I mean, it's nice that he uses pen and paper to make notes.
Yeah, it was very hard to get him to do that. He was like, how am I going to take notes? I'm on my computer. I was like, pen and paper, like in a journal. But then when he reads the notes back to me, I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be helpful because he'll write down like lightning pike, lake cave.
Does he do it in shorthand as well? So he doesn't quite remember. I've done that before where I've done like very quick scribble shorthand notes. And then when I've read them back, not really remembered the context. So it was like, I don't understand my own notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you guys take notes or no? Am I the only one that's been assigned to take notes? Because I'm the dumb.
For Elden Ring, yeah, you're the only one that's taking notes. Well, when I'm playing through, I've got everyone in chat telling me what's up.
All right, thank you. That makes me feel slightly better.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's like more time gaps. I'm playing 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. So,
well, there's not much of a time gap between when we record today and this. But yes, note taken. Thank you for giving me a decent excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should promote the fact that we do Patreon early access more, because then Scott wouldn't have asked the question, I guess. But never mind.
Yeah, I have been trying to get it at the beginning, and it's like priming a pump. So now because now that I've been doing the intro in the beginning, it's like pumped James to do it because he doesn't like my intros. He also is really good at it, like interjecting in the middle of me doing the intro. For whatever reason, I don't know why.
I had an idea. It came to me in a vision. It came to me in a vision from the heavens the other night. Do you remember in the olden days when the beginning of the videos occasionally used to say James's voice going, "This game from walkthrough was brought to you by Best Buy," or something like that?
Yeah.
Why don't we do one of them, like almost like a spoof of our old thing, but just change Best Buy for Patreon and just put the Patreon logo there instead?
As if Patreon sponsoring us, because in a very weird way, they kind of are.
Well, you don't. Well, you're not saying they're sponsoring you. You just say this game from walkthrough.
No, but like in the idea, like the Best Buy was a sponsorship, and in the same kind of vein, Patreon is the sponsorship. That's who's funneling us some extra money.
Yeah. So it's like a nostalgic thing that people liked,
I like that
People
idea.
always remember those things, and
I think that we should make
it
it cool and maybe like rotate it every couple months, or like maybe once a month, so that it doesn't get too boring. But yeah, I love the idea of that.
Yeah,
So
and maybe we could like mention some of the members as well. Like switch out
and be like,
GameFront
see,
sometimes
like this
for-
person really is enjoying it, and then I mean,
We'll
those
get
are all
them
great
to
ideas.
make.
You could
we'll
do-
get
we
them
could
to
do-
make videos where they're like, "I like having early access because whatever." Then they can do the little video.
Yeah,
we can do a bunch of them where it's just like some of them say this game from walkthrough is brought to you by Patreon, and some of them can be this game from walkthrough is brought to you by such and such a username or whatever.
we're like,
like
hi,
Patreon.
I'm executive producer blank of GameFront, and how did I get my job title? Patreon. I love it. I love it.
Our page
Paige is
says you
saying
can
that we
still mention Best Buy. It's a good store.
Yeah,
You're not
It is a
paying us
good
though.
make it easy.
I don't think that we should just give free promotion to Best Buy.
No, I will not give. free
Yeah, that is a good question though. How do we need to talk to somebody who gets like oh, James, you probably have access to this. Someone who does
I already
podcasts.
did.
Oh, you did? You reached out?
No. There's actually a system you can use where you basically sign up for it, and then people who are interested in sponsoring your videos make offers basically, and you can accept or reject them and whatever. So there is a system.
Kenny,
for
how
doing
much
this.
have you been making on the side with this without telling us?
No,
until
well,
now?
no, because
one's been
well,
mentioning it.
obviously, no, there hasn't been a single mention of any sponsor on any video, so we haven't honestly done it. The reason is because I guess because of the views are where they are at the moment. Like the best offer we got was like for some weird dog food thing,
Oh,
and
man.
I was like,
Hey, you tired of
No.
seeing so many horses running around a field? Try Smithy's dog food.
that's literally the kind of thing it was. It wasn't good. So I was
Has
like,
the
no.
supply chain changed your eating habits? Try dog food.
Are
So
you
we
definitely
can.
afraid of horses?
Yeah, I will look at it again. I think you need to get your
As a
guide.
child,
videos
I
up and
ate
running.
dog food sometimes. I think it's worth revisiting.
Steve the
If you
Ghost
get-
has it. I used to be hollow until I regained my humanity after joining the Patreon. That's
Yes,
literally
that's
what
it,
the
yeah.
guys should say. And we can maybe get him with a Snapchat filter with like the zombie thing, and then one with
Yes.
like turn around thumbs up without it on.
Yeah. Kindle your bonfire.
Small
Patreon.com.
print text goes across the screen. This person is still hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Results may vary.
I love it. Well, we've got that worked out.
Anyway, the Amazing Jays says when you really need the ball chains blessing, it's probably worth the cost. But the problem is you could be carrying it around all game and just never use it because you're an item hoarder. Or if you're an item hoarder, I shouldn't accuse you of something that isn't true.
Well, I just save things for what you call end game.
When the game's over.
Yeah.
Hey!
Zach,
There's the
Zach.
beautiful voice of Zachary Dan.
Zach, what was wrong with your internet?
I have no friggin' clue.
It wasn't
Those are
anything
the
that
best
James
ones.
Heaney couldn't fix with a quick VPN for him.
I
welcome.
know. Thank you. Oh man, all the cameras look funky. That's so low. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Did you do the ball chain splashing, or did I read that in my
Yes,
head?
he just
Yeah,
read that.
we-
He just
okay.
read that out loud.
We're on to Pill's reply.
Bill, true, and to be fair, it's a really nice item if you want to try and face tank something. Works wonders with bleed builds, for example, where spamming attack lets you cause bleed damage more often, or with huge weapons when every swing counts, or when you have powerful spells that takes time to cast. Bye. Did he just get booted?
No,
Yeah.
he's still there.
Oh,
Oh, it sounded like somebody leaving.
I heard a disconnect noise. Yeah.
Oh, am I not here anymore?
No,
Hello?
you're here.
You are
You're
there.
Please help! The internet's so bad I can't even watch the stream.
Zach doesn't go to Del Taco. Zach with an H goes to Del Taco. Zach goes to Taco Bell.
Yeah,
a big difference
Del
between those
Taco.
two.
We don't got that in Hawaii.
You know
There
why
we-
Del Taco is good? It's because they put MSG in everything.
Okay. The good
And
stuff.
one day I was eating a del taco something, and I was like, "Why does this taste so much different than like a regular thing?" And then I was like looked up the ingredients, and then sure enough, like almost everything has MSG in it.
It's my heart rate increased by 10 beats per minute. Oh, it's all this
Yeah.
MSG. It's good stuff. It's yeah.
It was
What a
crazy.
growing boy needs.
I was
What
like, "Oh,
is
okay,
MSG?
super salt? You're gonna fail that chemistry test, boy."
Oh
you're
no,
right.
man. Mrs.
MSG gets
Pendleton's
a
gonna
bad
be
rap,
so
just call it rainbow dust
disappointed
instead.
in you.
It's just super salt, essentially.
It
Super
stands for
salt.
something glutamate, right?
Yeah, monosodium.
Hey,
Monosodium.
speaking of super salt, how about that slap last night? Am I right?
Oh yeah,
guys?
Zach. Let's talk about it. So who's in the wrong? Whose side are you taking? That's the question.
I'm Chris Rock, dude.
No way, Will Smith all the
What?
way.
Oh
You
my
didn't-
god. That's
I don't read the news.
insane.
Can someone fill me
You
in?
can't hit someone for something like that.
Chris Rock made an entire movie in 2009 called Good Hair about not criticizing black women's hair, and then did so on live television. Come on. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm
He learned
still gonna be
nothing?
against physical violence like that. And then the bravado to start yelling, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." That was
Yeah.
crazy, dude. That's
Loved it.
crazy. And then, oh god, he should have been escorted out of there. And then his speech was the most contradicting fucking piece of shit ever. Sorry, Will
Right.
Smith, love you, but that was
Yeah.
ugh.
I mean,
Ugh.
he should never have been able to give a speech. He committed assault. You get arrested.
Yeah, no,
for
exactly. They should have
No,
escorted him
Chris
out
Rock
of there. The
didn't press charges.
No. But
mean-
the Academy should have, like, security should have been like, no, you got to go, because they would have done that if it was anybody else. I'm pretty sure they would have done that, because the fact that then Questlove gets his award and he's walking up and fucking Will Smith has the gall to reach out and shake his hand. That's a man who's egotistical, narcissistic
He's
monster.
got the
I don't know we can play that, can we?
We can, sure,
It's-
it's criticism. It's fair use. It's criticism of
Okay,
a,
that's fair.
There he is. Hello, nice to see you. Boom!
You hear that fucking slap coming from
Yeah,
a guy
he-
who just got the shit kicked out of him? I would say that is totally unwarranted. Like, talking, I mean, that's free speech, right, baby? I mean,
That's
Elon
true.
Musk is going to make us a new fucking social media empire, because Trump's wasn't working out.
Zach,
So,
why are you yelling at us?
I don't know. It's the morning, and I'm awake. I've been up for 2 hours, and the internet didn't work, and I'm just like, can't look at
Dark-
porn, can't get on
Dark-
there and, like, oh, Dark Page.
He's got a good take. It was a challenge slap, but Chris didn't accept. That's true.
That's
He
assault.
said-
I'm so sorry. You go to jail.
said-
You go to
James,
jail and plead your case in front
James,
of
you
court.
don't understand the rules, and I wish that we had the other Dark Souls
First
2
off,
video
a
up.
challenge slap is usually with a glove, and it's backhanded.
Okay,
I
you know a
mean-
lot about this.
With an open-handed
He was-
slap, that was fucking crazy. And that dude's 6'3",
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
little Chris Rock. Jesus Christ! And the way he's just like, he stood his ground. That Will Smith still
Yeah.
thought, like, I'm gonna smack this dude in the face. I'm gonna go sit back down, yell, and my wife and I can then just fucking. That was insane.
Yeah,
That was
I didn't see it.
insane.
When I read the mini headline.
You're such a troll to be on Will Smith's side on that.
No,
That's
no,
a
it's
man-
not trolling. He was in the right.
No, he was never. You're never in the right for physical violence.
Making
Mark.
fun of alopecia, Arrested Development, one of the funniest TV shows ever, up until season 3.
Yeah.
They made fun of alopecia. I mean, to make fun of alopecia is actually, like, I don't know. Are we that much of babies nowadays? That this
What is
woman who's
alopecia?
alopecia, I mean, you start to lose hair, you can't grow hair. It depends on, like,
yeah,
the
so the
extremity of it.
context of this whole thing is that she shaved her head because she started to get alopecia, so she started going
Yeah.
bald. So she just shaved her head. Chris Rock then makes a G.I. Jane 2 joke, which is very timely, very funny. So like the peak of comedic
The way
wit.
Hollywood is with remakes and reboots or sequels, it's about time.
For G.I. Jane 2. That
Yeah.
it's, the first of all, the joke was bad. It wasn't worth it. If it was a very good joke, then like I don't think that
You
Will
know-
Smith would have done.
You know what? That's the eeriest thing. If you rewatch it, you watch Will Smith starts to laugh. You see Jada Pinkett like dead. Like they can't even laugh at themselves. They're monsters. They named their kids after themselves. They're fucking whatever.
That was the worst thing that came out of this is
Jaden's picture.
know his tweet. He's like, "That's how we do it," or something like that. I'm like, no,
yeah, that's how we do it. And
They-
the speech
they
my
don't
dad said made me cry, and he had like sunglasses on, and I almost wanted to respond to that and say, "Oh, do you have those glasses on because your dad slapped you in the face?"
no,
'Cause, like-
that's not very funny.
And, who needs to be funny in this time, man? It's not about being funny. A grown man on live television stood up, smacked another dude in the face, and had no repercussions. Except for P.
if
Diddy
everybody in
going,
America sees that and you think you can do that, you do that in public, you go to jail. Why would you
And
want to be on
James,
TV doing
you
this?
are not an
Standing
authority on
ovation-
what you can do in public.
standing
I am an
ovation
authority.
for
I happen
speech.
to know that if you assault someone, then the rightful place for you to sit is in fucking jail. Period.
And
Yeah,
what
it
about
was-
if you yell at them?
You can yell at somebody, sure, absolutely. In fact, that's
Is
what
that
he,
not what
Okay.
you're
Will,
doing right
Sh-
now?
Will
I'm
Smith
going
from
to
the
stop this
audience should have
conversation
yelled.
because
Should have
I'm
said
talking
that
about
yelled.
in public. At what point someone yelling in your face do you get to defend yourself?
Oh, I would never yell in someone's face because of the risks
sorry.
of COVID
What is
and
the proper
germs being on them.
etiquette of how many feet away can you yell at someone?
If you
First
have
off,
a
Will
mask,
Smith
I'd
should
say
have
about
been
three.
slashed everyone's
boys. We,
Yeah, he's right.
We're gonna have this
you're
fight next
getting
week
into-
when the video comes out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
Daddy-
I've already dealt with this in the editing suite. I don't need more. Anyway, there's this thing called Elden Ring that we apparently played. I don't
Has
know-
anyone
I don't know
played
if it-
Tunic, by the way? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah,
I
you did ask me
downloaded
that
it.
question.
It's on,
It
it
is
looks
so
really fun.
much fun. You guys are
Really?
gonna love it. If it's Dark Souls, I mean, it's Dark Souls-esque, as they say about a lot of things, but it's got great animation. Or
You think it's better than
graphic style.
Death's Door? Have you played Death's Door?
I've watched
Wow.
some guys play it before.
Yeah, I think I've seen
It,
somebody play
it seemed okay.
It's really good.
Okay, I'll check it out sometime. I'm
Uh,
sure watching Tunic may not be the most fun thing either. My mom did leave the room when I was playing it.
Now that's a funny joke.
But it's true.
Yeah, and that's the funny part.
Okay.
Isaac Sims, hey guys, I know I mentioned it briefly in another video, but James, you really need to consider switching weapons. The flail is a very bad weapon, albeit interesting. Short range, terrible weapon art, bad scaling. Please consider changing sooner rather than later, only because weapons require much more material investment in this game, and you'll need to start focusing one weapon rather than multiple. The dagger you have is a good weapon. If you want a second option, again, I recommend the Guardian Sword Spear, which is classified as a halberd. Very good range and scaling if you want to go with Dex/Faith. You can get it by most minor Erd trees where there are those Erd tree guardians that look like they have branches down the backs of their shirts. They all wield it. Just don't want you wasting materials. Good tip.
Okay. The flail, and then Kamikaze says the flail seems to have extra delay after each swing compared to other
Yep.
weapons, and a big delay to fully charge the strong attack. If you're going to use the shield, might as well get a weapon that lets you poke from behind the shield and get all the benefits of a shield, or find the Grass Crest shield equivalent and keep it on your back. Use whatever you want, but you can also equip two of the same weapon class, like two maces, and then L1, LB becomes a fun press when you have
A fun button to press.
a fun button to press
Oh, I know a
when you
fun
have
button.
both in your hands. Oh, well,
Are
okay.
you okay, James? Are you having a stroke?
Yeah, I guess I just don't know what that would mean. The left bumper, when you have it in
So-
both hands, does that do some trick with both of the maces where you're spinning them like?
Yeah,
Together?
when you're when you have two maces in your hands, and if you do the left bumper, it works them together. The same thing with any like weapon class. So two halberds, two whatever.
That's cool. Yeah, I gotta check that out eventually. But they don't have to be the same kind. So I could have two daggers. The blood.
You guys
dagger
ever
one.
gone to a party and put on a blindfold and then you were asked to churn two things of butter at the same time?
Stop.
Okay.
Can Eric 86 32 26? Damn it, Morgan! I spit out my coffee. I don't even know what this one is.
Maybe this thing will get.
Is that the
I
microphone?
haven't died. If I feel like I'm gonna die, meh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just mocking James.
Pretty much.
Man. The mockery.
From a
I mean, that's how he was. That's how he was
was-
talking.
It was a pretty good impression, to be fair.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, it sounded like you.
It was hard to tell the difference between you guys. I mean,
And I will not hit anyone over it.
Okay,
TJ
TJ
Slusher,
Slusher.
he's a saint. He's a saint. James is a saint. Everyone else is wrong. James is the only perfect moral person. TJ
No,
Slusher.
I would like to hold on. I'm pretty perfect and moral too.
How you guys doing on the animal front? You guys cause any violence towards animals, or
You know, politics is the one
God.
thing we probably shouldn't discuss. You know,
I'm just sick and tired of
I'm sure even in our
these-
community guidelines there's a thing about politics, but whatever.
these videos ending. Well, great video, boys. Can't wait for the next one.
Oh, did we not give it the weight it deserved? I should have left the read more until after you'd read the first line. Really,
No,
sorry,
that's
I
good.
spoiled the joke.
Dark Page, it's just tough to be uncoordinated and play a Souls game. Oh, that's one of the most damning comments I've ever read.
That is pretty brutal.
Because it's kind of sweet in a way.
All right. Hello, guys. Great episode today. As a suggestion, before starting the streaming, is go farming small animals. I talked about this, and Morgan was like, no one says that. For small bones and eagles for feathers. It would work for practice, and you'll always have free arrows. It's just a suggestion. Best spot to do that is south of Grace Storm Hill Shack. Nice combination of dagger that causes bleed and poison bow. And then old Sculcho says Morgan doesn't like when James kills innocent little animals. Mm-hmm. And El Mono Mike says that is true, but since when does James does something that he likes? I don't know. I can't read that.
Yeah, I don't even know how to read that. Especially the turtles. Confused.
James is killing turtles just because I told him not to. Steve the Ghost, great job on this one, James.
I swear I tuned into one of your streams yesterday, Morgan, and you just randomly killed a cow for no reason.
Oh yeah, you should have seen me in Red Dead. I get nasty with it.
Yikes!
Just channeling
He's just
some inner demon.
He's like one of those hunters who skins something and just wears it as a coat. I'm a cow.
Oh, I don't even skin him. I just leave him to rot.
Oh, that's great.
I like to shoot a guy off his horse and then execute the horse.
So Dangerous says, nice, finally going south. I'm still hoping you don't neglect endurance for much longer like you did with Vigor in DS3. Your fashion ring game is terrible right now, and that shield does not block shit. I thought that it's hard for me to remember for sure, but I feel like I've got a specific thing I'm trying to get Faith up to for. What was it? Was it a weapon? It's not a weapon. It's a spell, I believe. There's something that I was dumping Faith into.
Check
and I thought
your
we were all on
notebook.
board with it. Well, I didn't have my notebook when we started that because I was in.
I think it's a weapon. El Mono Mike, the little beetles with the twinkling balls have different colors. Red replenishes red flask, blue does blue flask, and the others, white or goldish colors, give you ashes of war or somber smithing stones. I can't recall if they gave me incantations or sorcery.
That's cool.
Kamikaze, red or blue inside plus orange sparkles equals flask scarab. All other types reward upgrade mats, spells, or ashes of war. If a scarab runs away, you can just quit the game and restart, and you'll be back in its original position because sometimes the game be like Dark Souls. Oh, that's a good tip if you want to cheat it.
What is an upgrade mat?
Material.
Oh, yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
This was recorded way before the 1.03 patch. Huh. Because they added NPCs to the map, so now you don't have to keep track of them. Edit. Also, James looked pretty cooked in part 14, and this one shows it in his gameplay. Maybe don't record when you're very exhausted. Just a thought. Jay cooked. All right.
I think this is when you were drunk.
Oh, is it? I wasn't drunk, but I don't remember what it was. I think I was celebrating. Maybe it was.
It could have been candles.
No.
Like Brad Hound says,
No.
Maybe he's burning the candles at both ends.
At both ends.
Like one of those cross joints.
Too many.
Yeah.
Aromatic
I never
candles.
actually smoked one of those, but
too
I
hard
have
to
heard
roll.
about it. I saw pictures on how to do
A
it.
buddy and I smoked one once, and we did it the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Oh, you smoked it from the handle end.
We Lady in
instead
the
of
Tramp style.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
At least you constantly just getting. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I did the head movement right there. Good. Giggity. Good. All right, my bad. I'll be gone.
Have you ever done like the like honey dipped? But it's not really honey dip, but you like roll a spliff essentially, and then like
You
roll
put it in
in
formaldehyde,
sugar.
yeah.
No,
Oh.
that's a
Sugar?
Louise. That's like
I'm
PCP.
just kidding. I would never do that.
You know that people do that.
Oh, of
Anyway.
course I know that.
Okay.
Speaking of
Now,
topics,
Danny,
we probably
baby,
shouldn't dwell
We're
on.
trying to educate people.
No, I'm sure. It's just, I'm sure there are rules about that around sponsorship. But anyway,
We're not sponsored yet.
Wait, yeah, are
no,
we
but
sponsored?
I mean,
Tell
for this video
news.
to remain monetized, requires you to not discuss certain topics in detail. That's why
Like
you have
what?
a euphemism.
13 cents.
So if you want to talk about aromatic candles, that's fine. If you want to
Okay.
actually just like throw away
Okay.
the
Let's
Not
talk
sure,
about
Nat-
not sure
Talk
that
about
that's the
vagina
type of
candle.
cigarette. That's the nice thing about like most of those types of references that they're, they don't say the actual thing like a Nat Sherm. That's just a type of cigarette.
Kamikaze Ice says at 36 minutes and 26 seconds he couldn't see because of Vision blocking that part of the screen, but did you not have a talking secret dialogue option at the top when you got a hug? Not complaining about camera placement, it's just James spamming past things without reading again. Lol. Should we see the evidence? I think so.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Does it even mean?
Then good day to you, my dear.
I don't know
sweet
what it.
nothings. Worth it. It's worth all the pain.
I think we need a slow motion.
Aw, sweet nothings. Worth.
Also, why is your Discord overlay there? That's kind of...
Yeah, and why in the next video are your cameras back to where they were?
Because
blocking?
James went to Sedona and then didn't change it. Wait, yeah, why would it be different? You brought your laptop.
Oh, did we see that in slow motion there? I think he definitely just spammed past
I guess
something.
that's a spoiler of what I just said, by the way. Just so you
No,
know.
people will definitely complain about it. But
Oh, I did. It was me.
Bad
It was me.
companion? I don't think there was
the one
another
thing.
option,
It's tough to say.
but I didn't
Seti.
see what it was.
haha, James got so excited with Poison Mist, usually never opens his inventory to check what an item does, but instantly opened it for that. That Poison Mist is trash. 11606 James, this is interesting, but seemingly nothing here. Missed the glowing message written on the largest sword and the examine prompt as he rides on by.
Ew.
Edit. Morgan pointed out. Right.
Yeah. We can.
This is interesting. But
Nailed
there's
it.
nothing seemingly here.
Interesting stuff. I mean,
It kind of looked just like some sort of battle cat had rubbed its shoulders against it too much, and I didn't realize it was writing. I didn't recognize the language sword.
Big Crayola. I don't know if we've heard from Big Crayola before. Anyone know what happened to Mitch? Loved him and James playing Dark Souls. Amazing Jays has the news. No doubt Mitch works at IGN now. Check out IGN's official video review of Elden Ring. You recognize that voice? Okay, delete that comment. Because we can't be
Yeah,
advertising
right.
IGN's.
I wish Big Crayola responded. Oh, okay, cool. Bye-bye. See you guys
report.
later.
Amazing Jays. Dark Page, he also did a guide for ball bearings.
Ball bearing- what?
What is
I need
ball
that guy.
bearings?
James.
Sorry,
What?
you don't know what a ball bearing is?
It's a mechanic in Elden Ring.
Oh,
Okay, Danny immediately just thought you're.
I just thought you did a video. That's why I was confused.
Bearings.
That's why I was confused. That's why I was confused as to why he did a video about ball bearings. I thought maybe.
Yeah,
he
He
did a
also
video.
did how you
I don't know.
properly nail something into the wall. He does a lot of
Yeah.
home stuff, like
Yeah, maybe
main
he's like
stuff.
maybe it's like home.
the new Bob Villa or whatever.
Before
Bob
I had,
Vila?
when I lived like
Right,
in a
maybe
place
in
that didn't
Chicago.
have internet, I would watch like 2 hours of how it's made every morning before work. It was great.
How ball
Dark
bearings are made.
Genius in the Twitch. When you murder a merchant NPC, they drop a bearing that you can give to the Twin Maiden Huss in the round table hold to access their inventory. But also that guy that pops up at the shacks. There's other ball bearings that they drop.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know.
Scott E.
Sponsored
Morgan
by
deserves a
Old
Nobel
Spice.
Peace Prize for keeping his cool during these. Scott E. gets it. El Scorcho, when Morgan gives up and says stuff like, "You're right, I'm such a dummy," it cracks me up. It's pretty funny. It hurts my soul. it's taxing on my mental health. But I do it for you guys, you know?
Our young hero says, "I like the flail. LOL. It's such a fitting James weapon because it's terrible but fun to watch. Maybe ride your horse more. You spent a lot of this video slowly crawling around in the grass."
Are you going
Oh,
second
no.
row? You trying to be all
Yeah.
sneaky?
Oh, he tries to sneak up on everything. It's funny. But then he also needs to make sure that they're not friendlies. It's wild.
James,
They give
get
him the
some
talk
sleep,
prompt.
bud. Yeah. I mean, this was a late night recording, I believe, is what it was. It was the night before I had to go to Sedona. I don't remember when it was, but it was. I do remember being tired.
Must have been
But
tired
there
when
was
you
also
edited it
one-
too.
I mean, it was a race to get done before I left town because I did have my laptop, like you were saying, but it's a lot easier to make sure that I can get this stuff done when I have good internet.
Yeah, and those townspeople and their pitchforks and
What the hell is that sound? Is
torches.
that me?
Jeez.
you guys hear that?
They found you! Run!
Do you hear that?
Meep Sheep, you registered a death at
hold on one
4921, but he didn't
I gotta
die.
come back.
You gotta come back? Or you have to leave?
Yeah,
I
wait.
think he said he
I
could
like
hear
that he
something
said
weird,
that,
and then
but I have to come back. He's
yeah,
reading it to
yeah.
someone else. Oh no, I'll go, but these guys. But I have to come back.
This is when an alien spaceship just takes him back to the his
I
homeworld.
Poochie's needed back at his home planet.
I couldn't hear
Oh,
what he was
no.
talking about, but that's presumably
Politics,
something's
friends.
happened.
I think that might be the good thing. I want to see the registered death at 4921
Yeah,
since he
can we
just
see that?
kills. Like that's what I mean. He must have been tired.
Weapon, right?
Oh, it's the same one from earlier.
Yeah, we got it.
and
up
it's
earlier.
making me travel back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't here.
Take you
Why
back
was
to the
wrong?
world.
Yeah.
It was
He
but a
effectively
dream.
registers a
No, I
death
don't know
that
what the
didn't happen, but I think
You
it's
know-
fine because it makes up for the fact that he didn't register one last week.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
So-
Symbiotic. It's
yeah,
serendipitous.
the universe has a way of coming to natural order with James. So in the end,
The moral arc. Did we dip into politics? What was the politics front? Yikes.
well,
pol-
I mean, no, well, I'm not reminding you
Well,
because
just
you'll just get.
no. I won't talk about it. I just didn't know where we dipped in.
It was. I guess it was. I think it was more the rights and wrongs of shouting at people in the street and things like that.
Oh,
kind of
But
edging
that's
on
morality. That's not
it's-
politics.
it's-
Dancing in the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's not politics per se, but I think it comes under that. We always say there's two things you should never discuss at work. One's religion and the other's politics. And I think it kind of strays into that territory.
I work at a
What about
campaign
sex?
office.
Sex
You work
should
in a
be
campaign-
right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe not in
I
every
work at the
job.
campaign office of a Christian fundamentalist. What am I supposed to do?
You keep your mouth shut. That's what baby Jesus would want.
All
right. Hit me.
Know your place. Keep your place.
Let's see.
I don't know
Resident
where
Evil.
my
exciting.
phone is, but my phone is now hooked up through my computer, and like phone calls are ringing through my computer, but I can't find my phone anywhere.
What is it like to be a man who was like pulled from the past and like just thrown into the future Encino Man style all the time?
Oh, I need to rewatch that. When was the last time you watched that movie?
It's been a while.
I want to see it.
It has been a long, long time.
Resident
God.
Evil 4. What a weird game.
What a wild, weird game. You guys
It
aren't
is-
liking it?
No, it's fine. It's just weird. It's a weird one.
What-
Shocking.
Ugh.
Shocking. Going from the remake, then going back to, we have the HD mod on there, but it's still definitely an old style game.
Yeah.
it looks a lot like 5 graphically with the mod on. Like, it doesn't look that different.
Yeah, it looks like 5, but 5 was janky too.
Yeah, it's nothing as like the remakes.
It's nothing
No.
like 6. Perhaps the best Resident Evil ever. I'm,
Is that-
of course,
is that a
kidding.
troll?
No, no,
Okay.
yep,
6 is,
yep. It is
6
trash.
is still the only one that I have no experience with, so I have no idea what 6 is like.
No reason
but-
to have experience with it.
Well, I'm sure I'll live it
Like-
vicariously through you two once you're done with 4.
It's like
But,
you could accidentally have your shorts and underpants fall down, and then you back up and have a doorknob go right up your ass, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Wait, he's allowed to say that, but I can't talk about a joint?
Oh, You can
Pelagius,
back your ass
listen,
up
I
into
don't
a
want to
joint.
get.
It was originally developed and planned for release on PS2, but after a bunch of setbacks where game and story were practically reimagined from scratch several times, it first was released on GameCube, then other platforms followed. So enjoy terrible controls, lots of QTE, and various depreciated game design practices and choices. Just remember this: RE4 is the first RE where combat and clever use of resources is actually rewarding, sometimes even more rewarding than avoiding combat. P.S. I love how game takes a few pages from Metal Gear series. Some of them almost direct copy paste like codec calls, and doesn't really take itself seriously.
You
It's
think
going to be a weird one.
Do you think Pelagius is saying that he actually likes it, or is he being sarcastic and he doesn't?
No, he likes it. He says that.
Okay.
I love how a game takes a few pages from Metal Gear series. He likes the idea that they just copy pasted some of the stuff from Metal Gear into it to make it seem cooler.
All right. Amazing Jay says this game is a masterpiece. Way better than RE5 in my opinion. Don't let the similarities taint your appreciation for this game if you weren't fond of 5. Dated controls, definitely. Don't forget to use your map more. James, you need to be on high alert as
Sorry.
Morgan's second set of eyes. For some reason, the graphics over parsec prevent him from seeing the item flash on the wall right in front of his face at 3308.
Oh, can I see that? I actually
Mike
don't
isn't
know what the
picking
game
up.
looks like, except for we hear you.
Oh,
I think this might be
Oh,
something.
it looks so much better.
Those people have walked inside of.
Guessing
shit,
he means that
there's
thing
got
on the wall there.
Small building for all those
This
people
looks
that
like a
walked
completely
inside
different
of.
game than what I'm
Oh shit,
looking at
there's
over
got to be a
Parsec.
basement or something, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad with the
No, it
mods
doesn't look that
installed.
bad.
yeah.
What I'm saying is it's probably more like Resident Evil 5, but
I mean, I played it before I put the mod on there, and it actually didn't look that bad then either. It was it is like HD upscaled already on Steam, but the mod makes it look a lot prettier.
Yeah.
But still not nearly as pretty as those reboots.
Yeah. Yeah, that last
It's,
one we played was amazing.
I guess parsec. So what's this graphics over parsec like? I think you can, if you mean the thing in the corner, but there shouldn't be anything in the middle of the screen. So I'm a bit-
No, it's
the,
just
the
like
graphics are like
pixelated.
literally all
Oh,
pixelated
yeah,
and
it's
chunky,
just-
and
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
just
rough
it's
stuff.
just tough sometimes to see what's going on. Amazing J's yellow herbs are not for poison. They cannot be taken alone, but when you do mix them with other herb, upon eating the mixture, your max health will be permanently increased. Over time, eating one of these will greatly increase your max health by the end of the game.
Wow. Good to
thanks, guys.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
thought I was getting a wow for coming back.
Wow, Zach.
Hey.
Wow.
Zach can do basic calls on Discord. Wow.
Amazing Jays. 3609. I'm glad to hear that you can.
Bang it.
Hold on.
Bang it. You always gotta bang it, baby.
Oh,
There
we
was
closed
That,
it.
baby.
Wait, actually, are you using the Bing browser?
Yeah, he is.
There is no
What the
Bing browser. Bing is a website.
Microsoft
Bing it.
Edge, whatever. You should be
use
ashamed.
I use Microsoft Edge. It's true.
That's disgusting.
We've
Is it
already been
because,
aware
like-
of the horrors of it for a while.
Yeah, why?
3609. Glad you figured that you need to close the lid before you knock down the jewelry. If you let it fall in the muck, it loses all its resale value. Update, LOL.
I figured it out.
Did you need to see that footage?
No, well, that was actually the same thing we were looking at where there was that shine.
Yeah.
I think it was something.
It was 36 something.
It was
Yeah.
3609. Danny, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We had to close the lid because if we did that thing before, then that garbage would have fallen in there.
Makes sense. All right then.
TT Kona, you guys should definitely play the VR version. The controls are amazing. You can gun a knife at the same time and move while shooting. That's what I want.
Yeah. I don't know how we would do that for on Parsec,
James,
but honestly,
just
maybe it would
Parsec
work.
me in.
parsec you into the VR? I don't know how that
Come
would.
on, parsec me into the VR, please.
Oh man, you guys just got to do the Lawnmower Man kind of setup.
Oh
That'd
my
be
God,
cool.
yeah.
You totally would be the Lawnmower Man, James, and you would be the little kid,
Have
and
you
I'd be
read the
Pierce
Lawnmower?
Bronson.
Have you read the Lawnmower Man book? Well, it's a short
Not even
story
a
by
book; it's like
Stephen
a
King.
pamphlet.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's a short
children's
story
story?
that's part of I think 4 seasons. I don't remember which book that Stephen King wrote that it was in, but it is very different from the movie.
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah. Some guy I remember listening to him read it on like a podcast or something, but it was just very weird because it had to do
Yeah.
with more like satanic, like a group of people like that ate grass and like
That's
No?
not what I remember about it. It was one guy. Maybe he was part of a cult that was over my head that I don't know. But it was one guy that ate grass, and he was a literal lawnmower, and there was no VR.
yeah, there's no
but-
VR. Yeah.
no VR
That's
at
why
all.
Stephen King actually like fought to get his name taken off of that movie. And the
As I
studios
would've.
just were like no. I mean, yeah, we'll do that, but we're gonna keep it on there because it's gonna make us money. And then
Yeah.
he kept suing them and stuff. But he's always a weird guy when he sells the rights to his films. It's like for $1.
And then he gets points on it.
I think so, or he has just a lot of like decisions. Like he's able to pick the director. That's why like, Mick Garris is someone he's worked with, and like if Stephen King was to say anything good about a director, it'd be about Mick Garris. It wouldn't be like he hates The Shining,
Yeah,
which
I
like
have heard
the
that.
original, but like he loves the remake for the TV show or TV series.
I never saw
one.
it.
It's
Well,
terrible.
What makes sense is that somebody making a movie, if he gives it for $1, if the movie's good and he has some input, people that watch the movie will want to read the book. I assume.
That might be the end game, but I'm sure maybe he does get some back end in the long run too. But he's just
Probably.
like, I have so many fucking stories, and so many of them are so similar. Like, who cares? Here's one about cars. Here's about when cars kill people. This one's
Here's about when
cars
just
they
one
kill
car
people.
kills a person.
Yeah. Oh, but what about a bunch of them? What if one's a fucking pickup truck or a semi truck? That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. I'll direct that one, and I'll be so high on cocaine that I'll forget that I directed it.
I did not know he directed that.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking
Maximum
about Christine?
Overdrive?
He directed
Maximum
that?
Overdrive. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's constantly on record saying I was so high on cocaine I do not remember a single thing. And then you can watch interviews of him like talking about the movie, and it's something special.
Crazy.
I have a kid's heart. I keep it on my desk.
All right,
Chick
so
eggs.
that confidence in the cold open, nice.
Very excellent. Very what?
That is the weirdest like one
Very.
yet, I feel. Very.
Chick eggs. I replayed this game a year ago. You should definitely try mouse and keyboard. It feels way better. Also, god damn it, you missed Leon's classic joke at 2543.
Oh, classic joke.
Hey, burn that house down where they're all
Yeah,
at.
real quick, just real quick.
Oh, because we're just
That
talking
fire right
over
there,
it.
Talking
just
over it,
move
so
it
we
on
couldn't-
over.
yeah, so we still don't.
I
know
was
what
gonna
he said.
say Leon sounds like
Resident
Morgan.
Evil. Resident Evil. Are they gonna do it?
What can you do, eh?
I mean, he whispered something in the. It's fine.
I believe in that whole opening. I was talking about how I wanted to hear the story, and Morgan talked
You
over
did.
it.
Yeah. Well, you were talking over the opening, and you're like, "Oh, I just talked over all that stuff."
Well, part of the problem is that we watched the opening once, and then we were having issues, and then we watched it again, and because we had already seen it, we were like,
Yeah,
I know
that
how
is
it goes.
true.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry. I got to bring up the Oscars again one more time, just because it was hilarious with
don't
Kevin.
do it.
No, this
Don't
is a
you
fine
do it.
one. Kevin Costner was giving his whole speech about like directors and how like he was about to announce the best director, I believe, nominations or nominees, and you can see there's just a camera it cuts to, and Andrew Garfield's in the background just on his phone. Everyone else is like enthralled and just like listening to him and just like shaking their heads and stuff, and it's just like Andrew Garfield just getting one last text or something. It was
live
pretty
tweeting.
great. Yeah, he was tick tick booming it.
He was so good in that movie.
Was it good? I gotta check it out, man.
I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't want to see. Aaron was watching, and I crossed and then I stood for like 15 minutes watching it just standing, and then I sat down. I was like, "This movie's incredible." Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, nice.
It
I'll
stopped me in
check
my
it out.
tracks.
You're just like, boom.
In fact, I got to rewatch it because I didn't see probably the first 15 minutes of it, and it won me over. I thought I did not realize the guy's name is the character he plays, the writer of Rent.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like such a good story. I did not know that was the story behind it. I had heard a very different.
It's pretty
explanation.
heavy, and it's just like he's actually like crazy how much they look alike. If you actually watch documentary footage of the guy.
This game is
sorry.
a masterpiece, way better than RE5 in my opinion.
We've already read that one. I was just
And
going to
we
say when Bing flashed stuff for a second, everything got messed up. So I think some comments may now. Well, they're in the wrong order now.
We'll figure it out.
So
Dangerous,
let's
cool. Enjoy watching Morgan beat another game for you, James. Definitely remember to use those kicks after stunning them with gunfire, not just to conserve ammo, not just to look badass, but it also knocks crowds of them into each other. That's good.
Oh, that's a great idea. Saints, my bad. I haven't been up to speed with the comment dooskies. Got myself a girlfriend.
Hey,
Been pretty busy lately. I'm looking forward to this
I bet you're
playthrough,
getting
though, as
pretty
I've never seen Are You?
Yeah.
Also, unfortunately, my friend got me to play Elden Ring, and I died to the horse guy with the shield in the first area, so I uninstalled it. Lol. It's cool though. I didn't pay for it. My friend game shared it to me. I want. Oh, maybe this is an off.
I want
topic.
Saints 928 to take it easy with the bragging, bro. Got a
Mhm.
girlfriend. Elden Ring ain't your thing. You didn't even have to buy it. You just uninstalled it because your friends game share. I have no friends.
I want
girlfriend.
GameFront to buy Tiny Tina's Amazing Adventure, and I've never done the game share, and I'm willing to learn. I want that.
Not
game
the name
so
of the
bad.
game. Tiny.
Whatever it
Tina's
is.
Wonderland. or
Tiny
something
Tina's
like
fantasy
you
fun
can
fest.
you can cheese that Sentinel real easy. I did it
He's what?
yesterday. You can cheese that Sentinel real easy.
Sorry,
Sentinel?
the hell is Tiny Tina's?
Oh,
what?
you're talking about that.
It's Borderlands. It's the
Borderlands, but Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D. It's like basic
Oh.
D&D.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I've heard of this.
I'm
yeah.
100%
I want it so
out.
bad.
I'm 100% out on it.
Why?
I just
Have you-
never really got into Borderlands. I tried
I
it
would
a couple
I
of
can-
times.
There's a $10 version of the game, which is just basically the chunk that they did in the Borderlands 2 that there was DLC
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun if you like D&D. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's true. If
Well,
you
I
don't
liked
like
Borderlands, but I liked Borderlands to play with friends. Like I played a lot of Borderlands with you, Zach, didn't I?
Yeah.
You guys should
And
do it.
I think that we had fun with that.
You
Unless it was
should.
just me having
Should
fun.
do it.
Claptrap, baby.
You guys
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Okay. No Morgans allowed.
I'm not playing it. Sorry. I watched the trailer the other day and I was like, I didn't know that it was Borderlands related, and I was like, I know this art style.
I love the art style
cell
too.
shading.
I don't like it.
Will Arnett's the bad guy.
I did hear that. Yeah, I could hear Will Arnett because I watch a lot of Lego Masters.
Oh, nice. I've yet to watch that show. I gotta do it
it's
sometime.
it's gonna blow your mind how good it is. It's
Really?
a real emotional journey. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, a group. I think we may have talked about this before because there's like a group that came from here, from Hawaii, I believe, in one of the episodes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Surprised I didn't get the call. A little disappointed on that one. Oh, did my internet go out again?
No,
Everyone
no.
died?
You're
Everyone
still
just
there.
got quiet for
Everything's
some
got.
reason.
Everyone went
quiet.
reboot right there. I mean, geez, Louisiana. I'm like, okay, pull out the James app, pull out the Morgan app, restart devices. God.
TJ Slusher, this is going to be an excellent series of James watching Morgan struggle with camera controls. LOL. We read that one already because we hit it with a very scrolling them up. Scroll. Shake eggs. We did that one. Oh, here we go. I just want you to show out in one game, James. Oh no.
What does that
Third
mean?
page. I could be alone, but I'd prefer subtitles.
Yeah, I want to put him on. We
I
would
like
have caught that
subtitles as well.
joke.
Yep.
We would have caught that damn joke.
You don't know what it means to show out?
No, I've never heard that term.
Essentially means to be good.
Oh. Oh,
This
okay.
is such a disappointing. Oh,
I'll
Majora Thunder,
try.
one of my Dark Pages roasting you subtly and gently in each of these.
And I'm learning new pop culture references at the same time.
I don't understand. You've never heard the term show out before?
What the hell? Like, show out sounds like bad grammar. You know?
What does show out mean in the Deep South? Dark Genius says
What-
that's not what it means in the Deep South.
I think it just means shout out, but misspelled.
No, it means like to like show
Deep
out.
South.
Oh, well, do you think that James is not doing that in any of these playthroughs?
Wait, what is it?
Oh. James just
Only
tried to
I-
give us a shot of some two boobs.
No,
the Dark
that's
Genius says it means acting like a fool. Or
that's not what it means.
DMX?
sounds like we're gonna have another debate on our hands here.
Master debaters we are.
All right, show out.
Uh-huh.
Top definition on Urban Dictionary. In sports, when an athlete has a superlative, if he is a star, or uncharacteristically good, if he is a lesser role player performance, usually applied to fantasy teams, but can be used in a general sense as well. So it's like when Jamal Murray, maybe 2 years ago, has like a 40-point game against the Clippers for no goddamn reason. He showed out, even though he wasn't that good other than that one game. So he wants there to be a game where you aren't like necessarily supposed to do good, and then you just like do really well for that game.
Genius is like sports. I'm out.
That's the thing; it's a sports reference.
Yeah, I actually didn't
tough,
hear it
man.
because I was out when you said something about basketball. I think is what it
And-
was.
yeah.
I don't.
And
You said some
and-
sport, and I checked out.
Okay, well, it's not gonna happen. So sorry, Dark Page.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, Jamal
Uh,
Murray freaking roasted us. Well, keep going.
Sorry.
Jamal. That's like the okay. All right,
Uh,
moving on.
Majorme Thunder. Thunder. One of my all-time favorite games. An absolute masterpiece. Excited to see you guys play. Also, to see if James will keep his word. Lol. If you want to turn quickly, turn the camera and then aim your gun. Leon will snap in that direction. Way faster than turning manual, even using the built-in 180 turn. What is that?
I don't know. That was an interesting character you decided to pull. You kind of didn't do it in the first
I was
name
trying to
part of
do.
the name.
I was
You want to
trying
try
to
that
do
again?
it as like Zeus.
I think
It
he's-
was the
I think he's
inspiration.
talking about,
Man, Jordan Thunder.
like popping
Oh,
the stick
like
in the
Mjolnir?
opposite direction and then pulling up the gun. That will pop you around.
Yeah, that's
faster
pretty
than doing
freaking
180 turn.
cool.
Then the built-in 180 turn, is that not just like down an A or something?
There's one that flips you around like immediately.
Well, here's the weird thing: is like we were playing Resident Evil 4, and you had the first turn, and you said that the controller, the keyboard and mouse was not good, and there was something weird. So we turned on the controller, and that's how I think I played one turn. That's the only way I tried it.
yeah,
But then when you quit out of Parsec, I had to quit the game, and I had the mouse and keyboard, and I started walking around. I was like, oh my god, this game was built for mouse and keyboard. So you can do whatever you want, but I'm
you
switching
guys
to
all
mouse and
remember
keyboard.
the mouse and keyboard that you'd hook up to the GameCube to control it, right?
I don't know. I mean, like I don't know what it is, but it was way easier for me to do
Yes.
controlling with the mouse and keyboard. on
For
this.
me, like I don't think there was any up and down, or like it was like only going left and right. So it was like weird aiming. Unless
Yeah, they might just not have an up and down axis.
That's disgusting. I would rather use the controller.
All right, that's fair. I won't stop you. It'll be easy because you'll always have the controller, and I'll always.
Yeah, I'll always have it.
All right, and then JTW666 just finished this game. First time myself. Smiley face.
Oh,
Simon
Ruby
DG.
Hill. Oh,
What?
Sorry, I thought we read
Simon
this already.
DG. The archaic control scheme is going to take some time to get used to, but it's still one of the best Resident Evil games ever made, and playing this version is going to make you appreciate the upcoming remake even more. Yeah.
Ruby Hill, I'm not a gamer. This is probably the only game I've ever played all the way through. Twice, too. Played it on Wii. So much fun. I have little patience. This was very well measured.
I like the fact that I gave it a thumbs up because I like the fact that Ruby Hill not only is not a gamer and doesn't play any other video games and has never played any other video games other than Resident Evil, but seems to apparently seek out videos about Resident Evil on a almost daily basis because like they just posted this today, it went live.
If you read her comment correctly, she says that she's never played a game all the way through but that game.
She's not a gamer.
That doesn't mean that they haven't played other games.
They probably rented a lot of games from Blockbuster, weren't able to complete it for the weekend, and had to return it 3 days later, and couldn't finish it.
I mean,
they're also English, right? This is very well measured. That's like that's not an American term.
Yeah. Anyway, without getting hung up on the minutiae of it, my point was,
big word.
It's English. Minutia.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's move.
Is it short for ammunition?
No, it's short for minutia, but they say it in a way that it kind of feels like, right?
David H has a fantastic comment. David H says Danny is too good. Now, let's just all reflect on this comment for a second. Just let the depth.
I'll be back. I gotta go.
Just because I don't think people say it often enough, and they just they should just say how they feel. And David H clearly has a good handle on stuff.
Pelagius, that's about what I expected to happen to Four Kings. Good game. Of course, you choose one of the most complicated routes to the boss, but victory achieved anyways.
Amazing G's, these Four Kings were no match for Havel, as expected. In fact, it's not uncommon at this point in the game for people first discover the benefits of Havel's armor out of desperation to beat this boss. Oh, interesting.
Really? There was nothing desperate about this boss. I just steamrolled my way through it very easily. I don't understand.
You're just running to each of them and pounding them with your
except for when you start to run away for no goddamn reason.
I'm just playing.
Maybe to give them a chance. Yeah. Oh no.
I was trying to I think I was.
I remember having a bit of difficulty running in there with my light ninja armor and having to dodge everything. They were terrible.
Exactly.
All I remember about this boss was running over to a shiny white thing. I swung my sword 3 times, and then I did that another 3 times, and then it was finished.
No.
That's all I recall. That's all that happened, really.
Imagine standing in the line at like the pearly gates, and that guy's in front of you. You just no, can I just kill him or take him with me down if you're not going to let me through the gates too?
See the ghosts. Great job, Danny. Too bad Zach won't let you use magic. Power Within would make some of these fights even more hilariously easy for you.
I don't think Zach has ever banned me from using magic. I think he's banned me from using summons and things, but I don't think he's ever banned me from using magic.
I didn't even think about using Power Within because I remember when the game first came out, I think it was like super OP, and they nerfed it a little bit because like it was the same idea. Because Power Within, I can't remember if it like makes you more susceptible to damage, but you then are able to like output a bunch of damage, or maybe you start just losing health for a certain period of time. I don't remember what it does, but
in my memory,
it buffs your damage.
In my memory, Power Within gives you so much armor that you become very strong, but you move like you're walking through very
like
thick water.
Water or something. Yeah, that's right. You do move really slow. Okay. Yeah, I never got into that stuff.
I mean, Dark Page in the comments in the chat says that I'm going to have a tough time if I start a new Souls game. But what's to stop me from just redoing my tanky build in another Souls game? Like if I've done it once, I can do it again, right? This can just be my strategy.
You son of a gun.
Why can't I just go into Dark Souls 2?
Well, is the next game you're going to play Elden Ring?
Well,
what is the next one?
Guess Donut Country.
I know Elden Ring. I know Elden Ring apparently has nerfed the ability to be a tank a little bit from what I've read. However,
it doesn't say anything about it slowing you down.
I feel like it kind of does. or
Oh,
at least
it absolutely slows you down. I don't know what good effect it has, but you walk like you're walking through not just water. You walk
It
like you're
increases all
you
damage dealt by user by 40%, increases stamina regeneration by 30 per second, and then during the duration of the spell, you lose 1% of your max HP rounded down.
but you walk at a snail's pace. It's like being
Maybe they
completely
removed that.
overweight, like maxed weight. It's possible they removed it. I don't know.
Oh.
Or
That's
maybe
crazy,
you're
'cause,
reading
like,
what the
if it's all
original.
those-
Maybe that's the original thing, and they nerfed it by making you move like you're tiptoeing everywhere.
Go through the window.
Apparently, Zach did ban me for magic in the first episode. I don't remember that. But,
You were
Man, I mean,
actually-
it's the idea of you being a mage. So, excuse me. These words are going to be held against me while I'm trying to get through the fucking gate. And your ass is getting let through.
TJ Slusher.
No one's ignoring you guys. We see you. It's on a delay.
Oh, I totally was ignoring them. Are we not
TJ
we're
supposed to
Slusher
actually?
said,
We're supposed to talk to these people?
I don't
Oh.
even know where my phone is, so I can't even look at my messages. I'm wondering if
Your
I've gotten
dual
phone calls.
monitors.
Well, the problem is when I do the dual monitors, I have problems recording. I could turn it on right now, but I'm not going to because I got to go to the NVIDIA settings. Well, here's the reason. My second
there's a reason.
monitor is hooked up through the my capture thing, and it gives me problems when I use it as a second screen. I could use a dual monitor and have my other computer come through and have both screens on my one monitor.
Just
But then I
hook
have
up
to
an
have a
HDMI
second-
cable from your laptop to another monitor.
Oh, my brain hurts.
I have that, and the
Okay.
thing's already plugged in, but it's going through my capture card.
No, unplug that. Just HDMI from the laptop to the monitor.
It's too hard to get to the outlet plugs, the plug holes.
To your laptop and your monitor that you're sitting to.
No, the monitor, because the monitor is mounted against the wall, basically.
Basically,
It's hard to get to the HDMI plugs. It's not impossible, but I sure as shit not going to do it so I can look
well,
at a
not
couple
right
comments
now.
real quick.
But I mean, in the future, it is helpful to read the comments.
It's helpful to read the comments, but it's the one thing that having it work. For the most part, I use the other thing to make the capture device.
See, like, you could
Like,
see
the
these comments like
the
James
chi-
is a
yeah.
monster, James is a madman.
you just get roasted. Well, yeah, I mean, Pillar's a good point. Why don't you just buy
I'm
a
really
Switch?
missing out on that.
Okay. Anyway. TJ Slusher says, for all the crap that Zach gives Danny, the pure joy in his face when Danny beats the Kings. Hashtag pure joy. Hashtag fatherly pride. Fatherly pride.
That's cute.
I don't remember him being happy. I've never seen him happy before. I think I'll have to go back and look at that later. This is a good one.
Capture it and then
Keep it in a bottle.
Apparently the sub war has kicked off again. Five
dang.
subs from Zach.
Zach is up to 48. He's giving out 48
Jesus.
subs. That's crazy.
Yeah, 21 more, baby. 21 more.
I got some good news for you, Zach, because GamerWorld.net remembered the word that we couldn't remember. It was aggro. You know, when we were talking about the...
Yeah. Two grown men couldn't come to
remember that.
figure out the word aggro. Yeah.
And then finally, Tim Peoples, I got to catch up on this series. Also, Zach is looking tough. GG, guys.
Nice.
Zach had his Men in Black shades on for this episode.
Zach, did you pick these names out of people to...
No.
Did you read that? Do you get did they tell you who they are?
It might have popped up, but I didn't pay attention.
We've got Y1705. We got Pixel Fiction. We've got Red Rhinelander. We've got Our Young Hero, and we've got Huge
Janus. Oh man,
you love to see it.
Are you sure that that's what it says? It's not just huge and us. But they didn't have enough characters for the and, so it was just
James, if you could read the
and
chat, it's HUGHE, capital JANNUS.
Oh, Janice. Huge Janice.
there you go, nailed it.
It's so childish.
Killer of Joy.
Slayer of Joy.
Slayer of Joy.
Sorry,
Sorry.
it's my role in life.
Pelagius says, well, it's not like speedrunners have perfect memory or reflexes either. They legit write down notes of what and when to do, memorize the route and strats through repetition. They could take notes and fire up the game you play once in a while on your own time to not forget everything you've learned, too. At least might help with finding words when you spend less brain power to deal with the game. Oh my god, I started with the frickin' ending of it.
I was confused, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll start with the beginning.
No, I mean,
Pelagius first says. What?
No, well, no, it's fine. I think it stands on its own as a comment, I suppose.
But this is where it started. I was wondering whatever happened to Sifu. It's amusing watching you struggle to find words, but also makes one's worried about your health. The crux of the game is basically learning how to deal with enemies more efficiently, unlocking new, more optimized routes through levels. So eventually, you skip most of it almost straight to the boss. Also, mods turning characters into John Wick or Neo are awesome. Did you do that, or are you just saying that?
I haven't actually used any of the mods. So, like I say in my next comment, I won't go over it all in detail, blah, blah, blah. But I am excited about some of the mods because there are some really fun mods that effectively would just let you swap your character out for any character you like. So, yeah, I haven't done it, but I am quite interested in potentially throwing some mods in just to make it fun.
Do it. Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. What?
SpongeBob. Patrick.
RX-78 pilot. Been looking
James is in a hurry.
forward
Sorry,
to the
guys.
next installment of Sifu. Thank you. Waiting for a sale so I can try this game myself. I haven't been so excited for a game in years.
Hope you enjoy it, or glad you enjoy it. Now, those are contradictory, but I
Wait, what do you mean contradictory?
well, because one's past tense and one's like present tense, isn't it? Like, hope you enjoy it is like, well,
You're
like,
right.
You know, whereas
You
glad
are
you enjoy
right.
it means he's
But
already
I
bought
don't
it.
know if that's contradictory, but you're right. That's I didn't really quite see that, but I think
Just have fun.
I think glad you enjoy it is the correct wrong answer, because you're right in the fact that that's past tense, and he clearly, or she clearly, they don't have the game.
Always seems to be RX-78 pilot who seems to be getting all the auto responses to this week as well.
Maybe they're a bot and the bot recognizes bot and then they just hit it back.
Bot recognizes bot. I've heard it.
Beneric86 says Zach is looking pretty fly with those glasses.
Okay, I had a really bad black eye, so I didn't want to look like it.
Okay.
Did you really?
I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if you wanted to share that or not, so that's why I didn't say anything.
No, I was an idiot. I got my ass kicked by 3 dudes, and I deserved it. And therefore, while filming, I decided not to look like God knows.
Can you imagine if James picked a fight and got beat up, how he would play the victim so hard?
I would put a big bandage on my head, sure. And I'd probably put some ketchup on the bandage so it looked like it was bleeding through. Yes.
Wait, what happened, Zach?
I don't really want to get too much into specifics, but in long story short, basically, cops showed up. I was escorted home. They were
where were you?
I was on the side of I was on the side of the road. It was not.
You just picked a fight with random guys.
Pretty much.
Nothing.
Here's the thing. I think it's entirely appropriate for the game that we were playing. So I mean, if you were going to get away with it, I mean.
Yeah, no, I was a moron. I thought I was being, of course, Batman, as I usually do in those instances where I'm just like, how dare you tailgate me? I'll show you by slamming my brakes on. Oh, yep.
Zach.
Oh, no. I mean, like I said, I'm not like trying to sheep out of this. I'm a piece of shit. And I got what was coming to me in a very weird way. So, like, that's what I mean. The cops showed up and
didn't get like literally murdered.
Me too, because there was like it was a convoy. It was a party basically. So the one car that I did that to, every car behind them was with them.
You know, you live on a little island, right?
Yeah. They made that pretty clear.
Well, here's the thing: is those people should like. I don't know if you cause physical violence, but no matter how angry somebody, they never have the right to physically harm you. Period. End of
Look,
story. And if
I
you
feel like
did,
we're
you
going to
should
fall
sue them.
down.
We'll talk about it next week.
We're going to
We'll talk
fall
about it next
down
week.
another rabbit
No,
hole
yeah,
again.
it's terrible. It's terrible. There's never a right reason to do violence or what I did, but how I approached it too was I was like, let's yell at each other, and they were
Yelling
like,
is fine.
let's punch each other, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, there's 3 of you and there's 1 of me. I think I'm gonna lose this.
Yeah, that's
And that
called
was-
mob assault, and those people should be in jail.
They all had warrants. I remember listening to the cop. It was pretty funny. This is very much a small town, so like I'm sure they had family members that related to the cop. As annoying as that, or it's just
All the
fact
better.
that-
Then that cop should be in jail. And there should be
Well-
a special jail for just cops that act like that. And that special jail has just the people they put away so that they can behave themselves and learn not to use violence because it's not the answer. But the cop would really learn that with a bunch
Yelling
of people.
is.
Yeah,
Yelling
once
is
again, I
absolutely-
definitely was not in the right.
Yelling's the
and
answer.
You know
It
what's
was,
not the
we'll
answer?
talk
if
about it
you
next
sit in
week.
silence, then you're the biggest part of the problem.
Yeah, Danny's
if you
got
sit in
places to go.
silence, then yeah.
Got a pizza in the oven.
Awkward. Slightest.
I'm imagining why
I
would
didn't
this
want to
sitting in
continue to be
silence-
called cool, so I just needed to make it clear. Do not feel cool for what I did.
Sorry, question. Did I miss part of the story? Did you break check these people? Is that what happened?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Which
in that case-
is in itself a threat of violence. You're trying to make them wreck their car.
Well,
Yeah,
here's the
yeah,
thing.
I get
You
that.
should never be
I'm very much
traveling so
Chronicle.
close to a car that if they slam the brakes, because what if a deer got in front of his car? If they're traveling so fast that that's a danger, then fuck them. They shouldn't have a car.
I think
a car
I
is
think-
a lethal
saying-
weapon.
I
you're
shouldn't have
saying
reunited this conversation.
Even though they're tailgating them, you're saying
Yeah.
that brake checking them is okay. So it's okay
The
to threaten
only-
them with violence if you're being
You're not
annoyed
threatening.
in a
If
way.
you're brake checking somebody, if you're hitting the brakes because somebody's following too close, that's because they are following too close. Legally, if you hit somebody from behind, you're the problem because you should never, ever be traveling so close to a car that if they brake check, because what if a deer got in front of Zach and Zach had to stop right then? Then would it be
I
okay for them to
agree.
hit
No
him?
one should be traveling that close, but the non-confrontational way is just to move over and let them pass.
I
And
have three conclusions.
totally agree with you in that.
I
for
disagree.
Sure. I should
The
have.
person-
I should have.
Because
Like,
if you
it's
don't
not
teach
right.
that
Zach
person the
should
brake check lesson,
teach
they're going to
that
go
person.
around and do it
If
to
you don't
somebody
teach
else.
that person, you think
Yes,
that
you
if
do.
you brake check that person,
Can
that
we-
they're going to learn a moral lesson and then be better people
It's
moving
not
forward?
just
Or
look,
moral,
look,
it's
look,
a
look, look.
survival
You.
lesson.
guys,
Learn that they're
guys.
driving like it. Go ahead.
This is the 4th time today we've like dipped into this. Like,
Well,
we
it's
can
the
come
same
to.
thing.
Here's
It's
the
the same
conclusion.
story.
Here's the
Danny,
conclusion.
it's been a while since
The
we've all
person-
been together, so it's
The
just
person
fun
tailgating
camaraderie.
is a bad person. The person doing the brake checking is a bad person.
Bad
That's
person.
not
And the
true,
dark-
Jamie. That
and
is
the
not
dark-
true.
And the Dark Genius has unsubscribed. Those are the conclusions that I have come to.
And I'm okay
Let's
with
move
that. And I'll tell you, here's the end of the story.
No, come on, James.
I
come
will
on, James.
never be silent when I know something's right or wrong. Whether silence is right or wrong, you're not going to silence me. I will always speak what I believe is the truth. Period.
Okay.
What if you're
Slightest
wrong?
I
hint-
love you, James.
Slightest hint of summer, and Zach whips them out indoors. He also puts those shades on too. It's disgusting.
Son of a
Um,
bitch.
Don't know if I can. Anyway, well, you do live in Hawaii. You know what? It's been sunny here in the UK for at least 5 days in a row. It's unbelievable. I have actually been sat outside with sunglasses on.
Mm.
It's
Ooh,
a rare
that's
phenomenon.
nice.
Rare phenomenon for me. So that's been nice. Anyway, we'll move on. Oh yeah, Modesty says block plus down will dodge the large fella's grab. That's good to know because I've struggled with that. Although I swear I was trying to do that particular maneuver and it didn't seem to work 50% of the time. But I think it's probably a timing thing. I feel like it's going to be like parries in Dark Souls. It's like you have to hit it at the right moment or it doesn't work. And then Steve the Ghost says, don't let this game break you guys. You survived 12 minutes. We didn't survive 12 minutes, actually.
Oh, we did not.
We really did not. So, Yeah, and I don't know if we'll survive this live stream either. But
I think we're gonna be okay. We're not driving.
oh,
We're
here we
not
go.
driving.
Dark
Yeah.
Souls 2, episode number 69. That's always been my lucky number.
Mhm.
Pelagius
Nice.
says, nice.
Nice.
Thank
Morgan,
you,
was that
cheers.
you who made that note?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the good sound. You drowning
That
in
doesn't
it.
sound like 420 to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're vegan. You don't like fish.
Oh, you take it to the limit every time, don't you?
I'm sorry.
He has no
My first
limit. He takes it
girlfriend-
past.
My first girlfriend should have been a little more hygienic.
All right.
Okay.
I hate everything. Dangerous 87. I thought you might be saving part 69 for 420. This playthrough is officially over 2 years old now.
it's
damn it.
it's unreal. It's been 2 years.
Oh no, this is gonna start another fight. But Danny, I don't know why you wrote this.
I wrote.
GameFront VODs, please release the next episode so James can be exposed. Kamikaze Ice, Danny, what are you saying? GameFront VODs. Yeah, Danny, what does this mean? Morgan.
I have not
what
seen this
does this
before.
mean?
I have not seen this before. This is.
I don't
oh
even
my
know
God.
what it means either. I racked my brain on this one because I don't know what it gets exposed.
Yeah, what's happening?
We're gonna find out.
Here's
Danny's
what
the
I
only one
think
that
is.
knows.
Here's what I think is what you're getting at is in the next video, we trade off the controller every time. Is that what you're saying?
No, this is the next video is the one where you tell the story about you confronting someone in public, which is the same argument that we're having
Oh yeah.
this time. So we've preemptively had the argument.
Mm-hmm.
But I was
That
just
is true.
shocked in that
Boo! You thumbs downed it?
Thank you.
Thumbs down the lies of Morgan. As for whether James
From
gets
your own
exposed to that,
sister channel, you thumbs down.
I know. That's
That's
probably
gonna
going to upset
not
the
bode
algorithm.
well.
Let's not
What
do
is
that.
what is the lies? I never said that it was Danny. Kamikaze Ice was asking Danny what you were saying. when you wrote that comment.
Then you said, yeah, Danny, what does this mean?
Yeah,
Well,
because
you
I
wrote-
wanted
you
to
wrote-
know if you knew what it meant.
You wrote that comment.
Me.
You wrote the first, you are complicit. Don't gaslight me. You know exactly what you're doing.
My God, this boss
are a
again.
dirty
Like I
bunch
said
here.
before, I'll watch every video you post, but this is borderline torture.
It's getting rough. It's rough. We're bad at Dark Souls 2. It's bad.
It just needs to be put. It's like the dog that needs to be taken out the back of the barn and just put down. It's getting out of hand.
It's getting rough. Yeah, we need to old yeller this thing.
Ooh.
Ken Eric 36, the fact that you guys said this is your favorite Souls game is just plain weird. Dark Souls 2 sucks ball sack, especially after Elden Ring. Isaac Sims, it's actually really good. People just love to hate on it. Ken, it's good compared to many other games but IMO, the worst of the Souls games. Happy you enjoy it though. Brad Hahn, I prefer the clunky combat of DS2 to the absolute bullshittery they stuffed into Dark Souls 3.
Wow.
Damn.
I
Shots
did used to think
fired.
it was my favorite, but now Dark Souls 3 surpasses it for me, and Elden Ring is the king.
Yeah, Elden Ring is, well, I don't know. It's tough. You never get the experience like playing Dark Souls, the like remastered or Dark Souls 1. You never get like that's for
That's
me
something
the
special.
ultimate. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
experience of that is the best, but like, graphics
I was-
wise and stuff, Elden Ring is going to be better.
Yeah, and I'll like just to double down on what you're saying, kind of. It probably does have a lot to do with maybe the first one that you have, and if you already then
Yeah.
are enticed by it and you really get into it, that probably would end up being maybe the first one or the one you'll associate the best, like in your mind. But if you start much like movies, usually the original is going to be always a little soft spot in your heart.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Ken Eric 86, the two reasons your controller is doing that is because it has something called stick drift. Get a new one. The other reason is panic and mashing, something that's engraved in your DNA and can't be fixed, unfortunately.
That's not true. If you get the vax, I think you can wipe that shit clear.
Ken Eric 86, the only thing you need to do in this area is to beat Sir Alone boss in the dream with the long run to the boss, then on to the next DLC. Challenge accepted.
It's challenge accepted, right?
Yeah. with no punctuation. Just
Just
here
challenge
we go.
accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Isaac Sim, yes, more DS2. People are excited about it.
Isaac Sims, definitely one of them.
Dark Page says, so James is saying he doesn't like Elden Ring.
No.
It's
Here's
like-
the thing:
seems
is
like-
like, despite the fact
Literally
that
just
all I
a-
wanted to do was play Elden Ring, I knew that at least at the time, I thought I was still going to be in Sedona right now. So I thought we would only be able to record Elden Ring today. So I wanted to record a couple episodes of the other things so that it would come out while I was gone. But now I'm back, so we can do everything. We can
Is
do
there
it
something
all.
they're putting in the water in Arizona? Because I had a friend that moved to California, and then I just talked to him. He was just like, California didn't pan out. We're in Arizona. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Never
Everyone
would have
goes
thought
there.
you'd end up there.
They go to Arizona because it's cheap.
Yeah. Well, it's really cheap
Not
for us.
not Sedona.
We have a free house that we don't pay any bills at.
That's really
so
cheap.
It's really cheap. We just have to make sure we clean it very well and whatnots. And the problem is,
you
is that it
squatting?
becomes we're squatting. Yeah. No, it's Aaron's dad's place, and he's not
he
very.
knows.
He's never. Yeah, he knows. Actually, they've had the place since the '90s, but we were never allowed to go until after. I would say about 2019.
After the body's
was the
decomposed.
yeah, about 2019, we were trustworthy enough. But when they first met me, like I had dreadlocks and we were party animals, having keggers and this and that, and there was no way they'd let us have keys to that house. So it wasn't until like 2019 that they finally let us like get keys and go there whenever we want.
So what you're saying is GameFront.
Headquarters.
Topia.
Kegger.
Yeah. was that
Backseat
called?
Gaming
A
Studios,
cake stand?
part 69. Lol.
Mm-hmm.
Kamikaze Ice, Elden Ring, Danny Ring, the Elden King. Elden Ring, Danny King, step by step on how to become Elden Lord by killing all merchant NPCs? Question mark.
Yes. Not even relevant to Dark Souls 2 in the slightest, but sure.
I think we were talking about like why we weren't calling it Elden King.
Yeah, because
you
I
do
think
your-
Morgan and I both agree that Elden King is such a great name.
Yeah.
We ended up doing like a stream through or like anything.
Stream through.
And if we did it, we'd probably have to do the Elder. If I was part of it, I'd have to probably do the Elder King.
Maybe.
Which
mean,
might turn into depending on how long the playthrough.
there's no guarantee I'm going to even do Elden Ring yet. So
Yeah, but if you did, I mean, maybe consider Elden King.
I
Yeah.
was going to call it Bolden Ring.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Elden King
not cool.
is
Why
bad.
don't you just make an alopecia joke?
I made
out.
weird-
See you, fuckers.
Where's Elden
I
Ring?
don't have alopecia. Where's Elden Ring? It's a
New
good
light.
question.
Why would you want something new like Elden Ring when you can watch this 2-year-old gem of a playthrough?
Ouch.
Question mark. Period.
Well, that's put you in your place.
Isaac Sims. Beat Sir alone,
Oh.
and then you're off to the Ice DLC. Of course, there's one boss in the Poison DLC, but I don't know if you guys decide to skip it. Also, as an aside, Kale's armor is one of my favorite Fashion Souls sets. Add some knights, gauntlets, leggings, and a hood for some sort, and you've got a real Aragon Ranger vibe. Love you guys are playing my second favorite Dark Souls, now behind Elden Ring again. Look forward to you guys finishing it off. El Scorcho, I hope they don't skip the last remaining boss from the first DLC. It's one of my favorites. Sims, yeah, the Gang Squad is pretty fun fight in my opinion. It would be a shame if only one boss in the whole game got skipped. We shouldn't skip any of them. We should do all of them, and it's been 2 years.
The Gank boss are we sure that it wasn't the one that I accidentally cheesed?
What?
You remember the one where the guys weren't spawning in?
How's that? Was it?
Are you hearing me or no?
No, I don't know what I don't remember that boss.
So I don't know what the boss is because apparently either we haven't fought it or it was the one that was broken because I went into one of the bosses in the area that I'm at and somehow there was nobody spawning in. So I was able to fight the boss without any... Oh, that was Dark Souls 3, wasn't it?
Holy moly!
I don't remember. I mean, we play so many Souls games, and this one's been going for 2 years. It's hard to remember which was Dark Souls 3 and which was Dark
Yeah.
Souls 2. But I think
Yeah,
that
but-
was Dark Souls 2, but maybe not.
But you wasted everybody's 40 seconds right there figuring that out.
Part 69. Lol, lol, lol. Also, Uranus.
Oh,
Got him. See the ghost progress. I was all set to say just skip that boss too. Lol. El Scorcho. No boss should ever be skipped. This is an expert walkthrough. And see the ghost. A true Dark Soul would skip every boss and claim a hollow victory. There's a good point there.
Mhm.
which
reply
part,
would you
man?
like?
Progress is understandable.
You want
Why?
understandable? Okay. I mean, none of them make sense in fairness, but it's,
Yeah.
I think understandable makes the most. We'll skip
it's
that
too
boss
late.
too. Understandable.
Oh well, he's committed now. Neil Light, I'm so jealous of you guys because it must be
What
nice
the
having
hell?
a fresh blind experience of Souls games every day.
That's really
Yep.
nice.
It is nice.
It's like Groundhog's Day. Oh, how can we work that into the name of Elden Ring? Go.
Groundhog Ring, Elden Ground,
That was pretty quick.
Elden
El-
Hog.
Dog days. Ring. Danny
Cool.
King.
Yeah.
Drip Daddy only dropping a like for the 69.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of. I'm not sure if that's good or not. And then
Thumbs up
finally-
his comment.
Okay.
John Vigo Groundback. High as a Kite is a pretty good Norwegian band. Not sure about
Fine.
bath salts.
I don't remember if we were talking about bath salts a band because I don't think so.
I think he
You
was
know
trying
what-
to save us from getting
Mm.
kicked off the internet.
You know when you
Mm.
take comments with no context, like
Mhm.
it's just like without any context. Bear in mind, I have no context. It's a bit of an odd comment, really. High as a Kite is a pretty good
Yeah,
Norwegian
but
band.
Drip
Not
Daddy
sure about
laid
bath
down
salts.
like a fucking obvious comment, and you're not gonna thumbs it up. Rude.
Why would I thumbs it up? He's only giving it a thumbs up because of the 69. That means if
He
it hadn't
did
been
it though, bruh.
Wait, are you in a wind tunnel right now? What's happening?
Fine.
Are you outside?
Me? Yes. Hello,
Are you-
everybody.
Are you happy now, Angie's
I'm
Arch?
driving in my car.
Oh no.
Anyway, look.
We know how that
It's-
ends.
Yeah, I know.
Here we
exactly.
are.
Oh, hold on. I gotta honk at these guys.
Part 16 of the Elden Rings.
Oh no, not this blimey camera position again. I really think the boys are making a mistake trying to optimize for symmetry after all this time. In my opinion, Morgan should be the top right corner and James should
God's
be the
sake.
top left as it can be without covering up the life bar status effect. Done.
Well,
It
for
was just
some
a
reason-
simple.
This one got
What?
pushed back to the original, right?
I have to remember because I always use the same like recording scene, and I created a new one for Elden Ring. So
Yeah,
So
you
if
put it
I
back to
don't-
default. Yeah.
all it was me clicking our regular recording thing that I usually use instead
Yeah.
of the one that.
That's
So I got to
specifically
remind
for it.
myself to use the Elden scene.
I'll
Well,
try
and
to
also
remember.
get your Discord overlay to go away, unless you really think
Oh,
that's important.
I
with
thought
your...
that I did. I fucking hate it. I've gone and muted servers. I've like, how do I just make it so
So-
Discord doesn't show up over my screen?
Go into user settings in Discord.
Okay, hold
And
on.
then go
Usually you
down-
have to
I'm
wait
there
for
right now.
45
Okay.
minutes before you get
Okay,
to
so
like
you-
a spot at the Genius bar, but
Okay.
this is pretty cool.
You got Discord open, right?
I have it. I'm in the settings, user
Yeah,
settings.
you're in
Everybody-
settings. Scroll right down on the left-hand menu. You'll see somewhere near the bottom it says Game Overlay.
Yes.
So you just click on there, and then where it
You've
says
chased the
Enable
dark
Oh
Game,
genius
my
away.
god.
it
thank
says
you.
Enable in-game Overlay. You just turn it off.
I just turned it off. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. That's
James,
Oh.
you didn't look in the settings?
I did, but I did not. I guess it's
Didn't
so
look hard
far
enough.
down. I went to like what I did is I went to notifications. I just didn't see the game overlay.
I like that James went through and muted a bunch of servers and then immediately got a private message in one of them.
Yeah, even though muting a server has nothing to do with game overlays, but you know,
I think he just wanted an excuse to mute servers because you know how popular James is on Discord.
it's true.
Dude.
It's true.
I know. I try to hit him up all the time. No responses.
Right off the bat, another crazy placement for cameras. I guess Joey is going for the kill the enemy before it has a chance to hit you build with how powerful magic is. It's an inflexible but working strategy. As for leveling up, anything works, James. You're not summoning nor participating in PvP, so the only limit to your level is how high you can level up, and the game itself seems to expect you to be around level 120 to 130 at least by the end of it. On the matter of what to level up, Vigor to a soft cap, 40 is the first breakpoint, and in IMO it's enough to finish the game. Did I just say in IMO? Anyway, and pick one star like intelligence, dexterity, or whatnot to go along with it to about 50-55. Mind, amusingly, doubles your FP gains after 20. Endurance is a tertiary important stat, unless you want to make a tank build. Sounds good to me. Which could work well, let's say a large tower shield plus a spear or something to do guard counters all day. And P.S. at 35 minutes 12, who or what is Ernest?
Oh, Pill, dude, get yourself in the Ernest world, man. Ernest,
He goes to camp.
Ernest
He
Yeah,
saves
goes to camp.
Halloween.
Ernest
He
goes
saves
to
Christmas.
camp.
Christmas, yeah.
It's
And
wild.
then he goes to Africa, I think, in one. He
Yeah.
maybe even goes
Goes to jail.
Yep, he goes to jail. That might be the best.
I loved that one.
Yeah, that's a
no, the
fun
best
one.
one is Ernest Goes to Camp.
I
All
think-
of the other
oh,
ones
okay.
are
I
just
think
slightly
Ernest-
worse, but I liked them.
Yeah, Ernest Scared Stupid is my favorite from my childhood.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
can't-
What's better, Ernest Halloween movie or Hubie Halloween?
Oh,
Oh my god, they're both
Ernest
so bad.
is
But
so
yeah, I think they're
good.
both good.
Oh, yeah.
Hubie.
It's one of those things that, like, when I was a kid, I was like, obviously this guy is the most famous comedian in the world, and everyone thinks he's hilarious.
And I do
Okay.
too. And
I
he's
thought he
now
was, like,
saving me
tops.
from trolls. Snotty trolls that are trying to turn me into like a little wood creature or a piece of wood that he can put into his tree and power it or something. Now, what's his dog's name?
I don't
Dog had a
know.
cute name too. Wishbone. No?
Well, you know what's funny about Ernest is like if you think about
Everything.
it, he was the first vlogger way before his time. Because that
Oh,
TV show
yeah.
he had was him
Yeah.
like talking into his camera to the audience, being like, "Hey, Vern!" Like there was a guy
Well,
named Vern that was
well,
his
no,
like
but he
audience
was-
member.
Right, but he was selling stuff. He was a spokesperson pretty much for like he sold Coke, Sprite, maybe Sprite for a while. Milk was a big thing.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it, but I feel like somehow he was kind of like one of the first like social influencers.
Yeah, kind of.
before,
Yeah.
like there
he
was.
was a big deal with like companies selling stuff, and he was
The
like an
dog's
overall
name
just
is Rimshot.
rim shot. Okay, that's
You
not
think
as.
it-
That's a little creepy.
That didn't age well.
Yeah, no.
Amazing
At least
Jays,
they
if
didn't-
you want to have surplus of early level smithing stones for your shield or your lightning pike, remember there is a mine in a Gila lake called Limgrave Tunnels along the north edge of the lake that has a surplus of free smithing stones to pick up from the walls and a new boss to fight. James never explored the entire lake, so I don't think it is on his map yet.
I have made a note of it. That was I think Amazing Jays was probably the first said this was the one that said it in part 15, but I wrote that note down. I have it on paper.
James, good utilization of jumping attacks. By now you can confirm that you understand there are 3 ways to damage an enemy's stance in this game, eventually staggering them. The 3 attacks are charge attacks, jumping heavy attacks, and counter attacks. That's the info you skipped from the stance breaking tutorial card back at the beginning of the game. Zachary Bell, if you want to farm for an hour, remember if it's a soft H, you get an N. It works. That honestly would make the walkthrough smoother. If you do the ball drop farm at Lennox Rise, you'll have around 250,000 to 300,000 souls. I don't know about that one. Kamikaze asks, good luck exploring.
All right, O'Seal is biling that to botnet. It says
Oh, God.
Lasile's botnet. Sorry, would love for Joey to come in and impart some of his Elden Ring onto James.
Mm-hmm.
It's also hilarious how James starts whining,
Whinging.
Whinging.
Yeah.
whinging to Morgan
Read a book.
about
dude.
getting
Did
the boot
you
from
just say
his-
winging? No, whinging. Whinging.
I've never heard that term before.
Oh.
To Morgan about the boot from his GTA clan, and when Morgan starts to formulate a response, James snaps at him for distracting him and getting him killed. Well, that was his fault.
Jeez. What was it they say?
You
Don't
know
ask
what's
a question
funny?
if you don't
Here's a
want
little-
an answer.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. My friends that play GTA 5, despite having the new GTA 5 upgrade, still played some Grand Theft Auto with. They made some time to play some playlists.
That's so annoying.
What? That it's not cross-play compatible?
No, that you just won't buy a PS5.
Why? Well, I don't want a PS5.
Why not?
It's just I don't like.
He's
I have
holding
so
out for
many
his Neo
devices.
Geo.
One thing at a time, folks.
It's all
It's
about
like another
downgrading.
$500 purchase. Like it's just not.
$500? You fucking wish.
How much is it?
A
I think
grand.
Are they
Yeah,
a
but that's
grand?
because
No.
of gouging.
Oh, are you gonna get? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But are you gonna get the disc version, or are you getting the digital only?
I mean,
I mean,
I bought myself an Xbox because Danny refused to do it.
Dude, Xbox Series
Nice.
S is anybody could get. Don't feel too special, kid. All right, I can
I'm
go out and
just
get one
happy
of
to
them.
have it.
I know it's great. It loads so much quicker. Come on, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's
I love
great.
it. That's all. That's what I have too. But I've been looking to try to get an Xbox Series X for my parents
PS5
actually. But
digital edition, which is what you should get, is $400.
where?
Target.
Send me
I
one.
don't-
I'll send you $400.
Are you talking about the PS5
Well,
one, or are you talking about the
we
Xbox?
have, like, PS5. Oh, the one with the disc is only $500. Yeah, I get the one with the disc.
Probably,
Okay,
yeah,
so
but I think the point is Zach's point.
Just
is
because
that
you know the
can't
price, are they
Yeah.
actually there?
Retail,
Then,
recommended retail
Morgan,
prices.
for the love of
doesn't mean
God,
anything.
go
You
buy
can't
them
buy
and sell them for a ridiculous amount online, like every other asshole out there.
Yeah, they're not in stock anyway. Basically, Series S is easy to get hold of. But
Yeah.
They do have. I mean, I bought my. So, me and my buddy watch the targets around us for Xboxes. So we were both waiting, and they dropped like 10 of them, and we bought 2 of them like immediately.
But just Series S's. Those things are like, I can order one on Amazon right now, not marked up at all. I could go get one at my Target right now. Those ones are easy peasy to come across, is what I'm saying. You try to
Yeah,
get the real dogs, the top tier.
but I'm saying that you could probably get a PS5.
no, but you can't.
Well, yeah, what is
Eventually,
happening right now?
if you
Morgan,
keep-
why
if
are
you
you
keep
channeling
watching-
James?
If you keep watching it, fine. I'll get him this Retrobit Go Retro Portable V 1.3, which looks like a knockoff Game Boy. James, will you take that?
I'm buying
No.
you a Raspberry Pi, okay? And
Raspberry Pi is a great formulation.
no, well, yeah, they are great, but I'm gonna get him a version 3. That's
Is that the new one?
Ooh.
No, it's the old one. 4 is the new
Oh yeah,
one.
I have the old one. The 4 one
Uh,
looks pretty good though.
Oh god, I got one with a key. It's built into a keyboard. It's amazing. I've been using
That's
it. It's so
awesome.
much fun. I would tell that, like, if anyone you know doesn't have a computer and they need some sort of functionality, dude, tell them to buy something like that.
Yeah.
I also don't like the fact that you're saying I refuse to buy you an Xbox when one, you came to me with a very, very tenuous business case to buy an Xbox.
Uh-huh.
Two,
Yeah.
two.
Wait,
I was
can we
like,
all do
okay.
this?
Did you
And then-
offer
and
to
then-
buy me one or
Xbox.
not?
Well, yeah, and then 2, despite trying to point out the obvious flaws in your business case for buying an Xbox, I said if you absolutely still want one, then that's fine. And then you posted a picture of the Xbox you'd already bought, like literally 20 seconds later. So there
was
was
the
no
next day.
opportunity. It was whatever.
I had
It
a
wasn't
fire
that long.
inside of me. I needed an Xbox.
I did not refuse to buy you an Xbox. It's it's your money.
Did you
can
get
buy
the
an
one that
Xbox.
comes with Rocket League and Fortnite?
Oh God, have you seen that Sonic Xbox?
Uh-uh.
No.
The furry
Is
one.
it
It
atrocious?
looks awesome.
The
Oh, I
console
did see
itself
the
looks
furry
great,
controllers.
but the furry controllers look awful. That does not look
Mhm.
hygienic.
They would be gross.
No,
Yeah.
it'd be nasty. I mean, you would
But
just
they
put it
look
up somewhere.
cool.
You would never use it, right?
No.
Oh, I'd use it.
Could you
Every
imagine one sesh
night.
with some Cheetos and that thing ruined?
Oh,
I mean,
Matted,
Oh, then it would
dreaded
just look like-
dog hair on the controller.
it's
it looked
awful.
like Mr. Cheetah, and he's a reggae fan.
Oh no!
Somebody,
Yeah.
stop me.
There's nothing
where
nice
did-
about those controllers.
Where did we knock off? Oh, Dark Page. I want to see you succeed, James. If that's what you are asking. Dark Page, get Joey with you and Morgan on one of these. Everyone wants that.
We could probably invite him in today. I don't know what he's up to. We could try to get it to have with both of us.
He travels a lot as well, but his situation is going to Nevada,
Vegas. Yeah.
He
lives right next to O.J. Simpson. Did you know that?
He didn't give me a lot of souls. Your doc. See, this is why I do not tell you where I live.
I gotta find out.
Because you know that O.J. Simpson is docked somewhere. You can probably figure out where he lives, and then immediately figure out where Joey lives.
Oh my
right
God!
next to
What
him.
are you doing to
This
your
is why.
friends?
This is why I do not give you. This is why you don't know where I live.
Exactly, Morgan. You've made the right decision in that thing or that realm. Because
It
to be fair
sucks.
though, you
I
might
can't
have
even
had
tell my friend where I live because it's too dangerous.
Because literally, James would just walk outside and tell like everybody, like just get in an Uber driving home. Hey, so that address that I was at, do you want to share that with anybody else you know in your family? Because I think you should. It's pretty cool. He just got an Xbox Series S.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find out where OJ lives.
No, come on. Don't
come
share.
on, you totally can. He always takes photos of himself in his backyard in front of the golf course. Wait, Joey lives on a golf course?
Well, Joey's. I guess I
we're
should
just
stop
talking
talking
too
so
much.
much about
Yes.
it. It's not Joey's
Joey, we're
place.
so sorry.
Joey goes to a place, and he doesn't live right next to OJ, but he runs into OJ in the gated, whatever.
I can tell you exactly. I'm looking at pictures of OJ's house right now.
Oh
and,
shit!
And you know that he lives in the same gated community that he does. So
or something of the sorts. I don't exactly know what
okay.
it is. All I know, ran into OJ.
No, I think Morgan's quite right. You're not to be trusted.
It's wild, right?
It's insane.
Hey,
I'm glad he doesn't know where I live.
Yeah, I know where you live.
I know, but I trust you for the
Where
moment.
does he live?
Yeah, right. That's spooky as shit, right? What a world. I'm trusted more with someone's address than James Heaney. He's on TV, people. This guy's on TV. He's selling you wiener schnitzels and stuff. And what's the new thing you can't talk about, but you'll probably talk about?
There's a couple things, but I'm allowed to talk about, as far as I understand, talk about the film that I'm in, because they were doing public posts for auditions to have people in there, so it's like publicly announced.
Oh. We'll leave it at
Not
that
secret.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Low-hanging
That didn't
fruit.
sound like a teaser for anything, but
Yeah, I mean, once there's a trailer, though, we're gonna be there, ready to watch.
just in case
God,
you have the wrong end of the stick, it's probably best not to say anything.
God, after
until
this,
you've
can we
actually
just
shot
watch
the
your
film.
demo reel or whatever? Because that's a fun one. You're in some good
It is
stuff.
good.
We can certainly watch it if you like.
There's actually
Because what?
two
Are you-
things that are not on there that are probably better than anything on my reels. I've got to add. I'm in a vampire movie. It's a short film, like 10 minutes long, and then there's this awesome video that I was in for a 24-hour film festival. I got to add those to my reel.
If can we edit you an insane new sizzly edit reel with just insanely stupid obtuse graphics, like your name spinning around?
You know
360
that I
degrees?
wouldn't be against it, but I can't professionally use that. So I mean, it would be fun to have, but I wouldn't be able to use that for.
Have you watched? Well, none of you guys are into sports, but sometimes like basketball players or football players will make their own like essentially like highlight like mix tapes, and they have like in style moved back to like think of like Trolley MS. Yeah, Trolley MS Paint, like original vlog, like stuff like popping in. It's pretty great,
like chalk writing or something.
It's fully intentional. It's tongue in cheek, but it's pretty sick.
That's pretty great. That does sound pretty fun.
Yeah. Turns out sports are pretty fun, guys.
Whatever, man.
It's
I'm
about
living
the
my life
It's about the
virtually,
stories,
dude. Oh.
Did I ever tell you the story of the time when it was like 6 o'clock in the morning and I was very tired and I turned on the
right
TV?
now?
No. I turned on the TV and literally like perfect timing. It came on at exactly this moment in this advert. So I turned on my TV and then James's face just appeared on the TV like that. It was unreal. I was so confused, like genuinely so confused.
Yeah.
That I didn't know what was going on.
What happened to it?
Well,
I don't know, or the
we'd probably
rabbit,
get in
I'm not
trouble
sure.
showing too much of it. But that only played in the UK.
Well, I was gonna do some blistering commentary on it.
I'm sure we can
Makes it
show
fair
it.
use.
Like it's an advert, right? Yeah, it's fair use if we do some blistering commentary. This advert, by the way, James, was on TV
Okay, I got this.
all the time. I mean,
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Is that
Hang
not
on a minute.
good?
Did they
That-
put like darken your hair up?
It's lovely.
I
My
don't think
name's
so.
not Kevin. It's Kenny. Kenny G.
Hold on, your name is Kenny G.
Oh, it's Ramesh.
The name's
Yeah.
already taken.
It's crazy.
Bonus points, right?
I remember when James
Was that
showed
your
me that.
child?
It was before I knew
Oh.
Ramesh.
I have
Or who that
never
was.
had such a good argument that James has red hair than him getting in that car with his supposed child with bright red hair.
I've been cast as the dad of redheaded children many times.
Oh, I feel so powerful right now.
But
It's coursing
Yeah.
through my veins. Oh.
Romesh and I like
Wow.
hung out for like 2 or 3 days and got along really well. We actually kind of wrote that commercial together. Like it was partly what we did like when I improvised in the audition. They took it and made it happen. And like we were hanging out
is
and
illegal.
it felt like we were friends. What? Oh,
They-
yeah, but
they
that
have
was
to give you
before I was
writing
SAG.
credit and pay you.
Not as a non-union performer.
They still can't
Um,
take your no. They can't, even if you're non-union.
Well, they did. So I didn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, like afterwards, like he was supposed to come to a Bear Supply show, and like I tried to message him because I didn't have his phone number or anything. But I messaged him on Twitter. It's a Twitter commercial. But I was like on a bus and I made some like mistakes in what I had typed and sent it to him. And then I made an immediate other response and was like, damn sausage fingers. Like, and then I made another one. And he
Oh my
never
God.
replied to me.
yeah.
he
he's
never
like, I gotta
replied.
Get away
He
from
In
never spoke
person,
to you
he
ever.
like we were hanging out and it was like we were friends and then ghosted me. I'm like,
Well,
never
no,
talked
no,
to me
that's not
again.
quite what happened. No, you were hanging out and everything was going great, and then you sent him a series of insane tweets, and
And
then
he's
he
like,
goes,
oh, that guy did seem
They
a
were
little
met-
crazy to me. Now it's
They were
confirmed.
private messages.
Oh, that's less
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, they were private. It wasn't
Okay.
like I was tweeting at him. They were like
Okay.
messages to him. But yeah, it was a little disappointing because I thought like we hung out, we were having so much fun for like 3 days, and then like just never talked to me again.
He's
He hit,
vegan.
know
it,
that-
he hit it and he quit it. I like him now.
Well, you know that guy's super famous in this country. Like, he probably doesn't manage his own Twitter, and if he does, like, it's probably like riddled with messages.
Okay,
Uh,
calm
that-
down,
that's
Danny.
kinda what
He's
I was
not
thinking.
that famous.
He's pretty famous in the UK,
He's
yeah.
really famous in this country.
I don't think
There's
he's
just not-
famous enough to not like do his own Twitter.
Well, and like the
I
UK
think he
is just
probably
not
is.
that big.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
another
saying you're
topic.
really famous in I don't know.
Los Angeles County.
All right, I'm sorry that I'm not American, but in my world, anyway.
Get some more people.
You're
you
right though.
sick
He's
freaks.
big time. He's big time. He's got a really cool podcast called Hip Hop Changed My Life or so. I don't know what it was, but I listened to episodes. He's a funny guy. And he's really
Um,
nice, but apparently only nice in person, not nice via internet.
Is he more famous than Elon Musk? I mean, that's just no, obviously not. I mean, it's
No.
just it's such a
Oh,
Anyway.
actually, that's pretty good. Big.
Yeah, he was
Uh,
like super nice,
It's
really
like 5
funny.
LAs.
he, Crispy says no, but he's more famous than James. That's harsh.
Father,
Sure is.
comedian, gooner, Autobot, podcaster, hip hop enthusiast.
Yeah.
Is hip hop enthusiast
707,000
really something that you
followers.
can put on your CV? It's like, I'm an enthusiast of hip hop. That isn't really a skill, is it? That's just I have an interest.
Well, he made a whole podcast out of it that's really popular. I think that might be why he puts it on his.
People in the
It's like-
UK are really into it.
That's like me saying, "Oh, I'm an
you got-
enthusiast of
Danny, you just
being-"
don't really understand like the UK and its culture and
Yeah.
like people
you
in
were
the
British,
UK.
you'd get
And,
it.
yeah,
You're
you
like
totally would
too American.
understand. Where are you from? Can we get your address?
Dark Page, every episode, James asks, "Is that a friend?" It's hilarious. It's so funny. We'd love to hear it.
Well, some of the guys look like they're just chilling, and they look different than other enemies, and they're just like hanging out, and they're big. and you think maybe it's somebody you got to talk to, like
I
the
think you-
wolf in Dark Souls 3. Like that's not an enemy; he's just chill. Come up and see him.
I think you've got it the right way round, because otherwise you make silly mistakes like stabbing a merchant through the chest with a claymore.
In
Because you
Elden
think
Ring,
they're an
you're,
enemy and not a friend.
you get
Mm.
rewards for doing such behaviors.
You get that in Dark Souls. You can get that. That first merchant you run into at like where is it? The Undead Burg or whatever. He has the Uchigatana. You just kill him right off the bat. He drops that, and I think he drops a couple other useful things rather than
I
have to
did
buy it from.
kill Patches, which I feel a little bit bad about, but I don't feel bad about killing any of the merchants.
In Elden Ring,
Yeah,
there's a Patches in Elden Ring.
I told
yes.
you it's one world.
it's the lands between.
Oh, betwixt.
Nope, between.
Okay.
Dark Page, great episode, guys. Oh, I thought that was
Oh,
comments. Do those comments.
You skipped
I
these
thought that
two.
was all one. So, Ken Eric, here's a hot tip from me. Go into inventory, find the shield you're using, hit A, then discard. Choose yes. You're welcome. Edit good. You changed to a better shield. Thanks for the tips. Ken Eric 86. No,
Tips.
please don't play GTA. Don't support those greedy rock stars.
I don't really understand the controversy about it. You don't have to pay to have the subscription. All
Well,
the subscription gives you is money, and you make so much money in that game.
No, it gives you some other things too, or gives you access to some other stuff. I feel like.
Maybe. I just like I churn through money so quick in that game. When you're playing playlists, you make so much money, and you don't really spend it on anything. Or I don't know. I guess maybe I'm playing the game differently. Usually, I'm just playing races.
How much money do you think the GTA 5 has made?
Oh,
all
I'd
time?
say, no joke. I'd say $1 billion.
Okay, but now
Maybe
joke.
Zach, how
maybe
much,
2
how much do you
billion.
think?
Maybe 2 billion.
2 billion. Zach,
Oh, geez, that sounds really high. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna just say upwards of God, 5 billion.
5 billion. Danny,
Is he asleep, Danny? Okay.
No,
He's
I'm
thinking,
definitely
he's
not asleep. I know there's a 15 in there somewhere.
Billion? That's a
15?
lot.
It's a lot of money.
I'm just I'm-
okay, so they've get this. Grand Theft Auto 5 was released in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
so it's
They've made
almost 10 years.
$6 billion. You guys all outsold them.
I should have known. Oh,
But if we were to say there was someone closest,
It was you with 5 million.
yeah.
Or 5 billion, sorry, not million.
Oh
But
yeah,
still,
yeah.
you would imagine that
at this point, it would be free to play because they made their money.
yeah,
Well, they're
not-
making
I mean,
now 6, right? Didn't they announce
it's
that?
just
or
gonna
something?
yeah, but it's gonna take them forever. They're gonna
Yeah, it's gonna
Whatever.
take them another 9 years or something. So then they'll
Get
be
your
doing
shark
this kind of stuff.
butts.
Yeah, that's what I was. All I could think of is when I said 5 billion. I was just like, yeah, those shark bucks, fucking. It's so ridiculous how much they
Wild.
would
I just don't
charge for
understand
that
who
shit.
needs that. It's so easy to make money.
Dude,
if you
some
just play
people
the
live
game.
vicariously through the game. Some people don't have friends. Some people don't like to. Maybe they don't even want to shoot anybody, man. You ever think about
Then
that?
what the hell are you doing with the money?
You're buying cars. You're buying properties. You're showing off. You're getting high in your nice, luxury apartment that's near like Santa Monica or wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
LMK001, he's a tough boss, very aggressive, weak as F to bleed. You can parry. Timing is a little difficult. Neolite, I have a feeling that James will take that flail to New Game Plus since he seems to refuse to even try any other weapon. Yeesh. Canadian Kid 93. You might want to give him a bit more direction. He entirely missed an NPC that was basically the point of doing this area, the letter to her father, which was like 20 meters to his left, who then asked you to kill the boss in the area for him.
I got this. Zach is a real boy. Sweet camera placement.
Thanks.
That's how you said it?
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
That's all sarcastic. El Scorcho, James needs a PS5 and then to play Demon's Souls.
Oh, now you need it.
Elmon and Mike, James should get a PS5 and Morg's Xbox. Easy peasy.
Mhm.
I've fulfilled my
50%
end of
done.
the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
it's your
here.
turn, James.
Jim's?
Did I say James? Did I say Jims?
Jim's.
I call him
Jim's.
Jim's.
I
I'm
don't
a
know. I would
doctor.
consider it down the road, but at this
It-
point in time, it just financially doesn't make sense for me. Another
It
device.
won't cost you any money. The company
You
will buy
know-
it for you.
that company money is
We're
something that
rolling.
I also concerned with not
The
wasting.
company cannot afford a PS5 as it stands
Yeah,
for the prices they
that's-
sell for. I mean,
What? What's the point of
Morgan's
any of it?
running off the ship.
What is the
if
point?
you could find one at recommended retail, which I don't think you will, like maybe, but like outside, like for 1,000, no, we just can't.
No, we're not gonna buy one for 1,000. Buy it at retail from Target. I will find one. I'm gonna put my guys on it. You guys are gonna be very surprised. How many should I buy if I get them at retail? 100?
We're not getting into the business of
Come
selling them.
on.
I was gonna say
Welcome
first
to
off, if we can get
GameFront.
100. Yeah.
We're hawking PS5s left and right. Yeah, we'll do it.
Well, this was a wonderful extended fan mail episode.
God,
There's
it's crazy
been-
out here.
People have loved it. Apparently, this has been one of the best fan mails in some time, according to Steve the Ghost.
That's why you gotta-
So one person. That's what we go off of.
TJ Slusher says, I've been listening to this while farming in Elden Ring, and holy shit, it's been a hectic fan mail. So there you go.
It just gets
Ugh.
it got wild out there.
It's a wild, crazy world, man.
But that's why you got to tune in every time. You never know when it's going to be a wild one.
It's been an emotional roller coaster.
Did we talk about the Oscars?